This isn't where we're gonna sit, of course. Good morning, boys. I am late this morning. I truly am. Good morning, Jim. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you, TJ. Awesome to see you, man. Always a pleasure to see you, TJ. Thanks for hanging in for a minute. We just obviously you can tell I missed the sunrise this morning because it's already up and I'm just getting to my little honey hole here. Ah, but we'll sit and watch some of this and then we'll shoot some shit. We'll tell some lies and we'll do all those things that good boys do. Just call me Cunny Funt. Ooh, wow, man. How's that? That work for you, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages? That work for you? That works for me. That is a hell of a fucking sunrise. Sorry, guys. You know what? I'll be honest with you. I will not lie. Um, Today is day one of my woman's 7 days off. Morning, Bobby. Good to see you, bro. Today's day one of my woman's 7 days off. She gets seven off now, and I was in no fucking hurry to get out of bed this morning. I'll be honest with you. I knew I wanted to come out and do the sunrise and with you guys and shit, but I'll be honest, man. I just could. It wasn't in me to get up this morning. Red lady, good to see you, Crystal. How are you? How's things? Hopefully things are working well for you guys and things are starting to gel. But isn't that beautiful though? Isn't that absolutely beautiful? That is stunning, bro. Like, I don't care what end of the country you're at, it's gonna be 24 Celsius there, and that's nice. Dude, that is nice. 24 Celsius. For me, for a Canadian, 24 shirts and T-shirts weather, dude. Like, I'm in shorts and T-shirts. Morning, Pat. Good to see you, man. Thanks for hanging with us. Thanks for coming in and saying hi. You're good? Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. There's you guys are not you're currently going through, a process of adjustment and you know he's away working, you're working, you got your thing going on, you're going home and uh yeah, yard work. Well, yeah, well, that's, yeah, it's good for it though, TJ. Yeah, it's good for it. Yeah, look at that. I am way late though. What time is it? It's 8 o'clock. It's 10 to 8 here where I'm at, so yeah, I'm about what, an hour and a half late, something like that. I made coffee at home this morning. No, actually I didn't. My girl did. She made coffee for me this morning, and I actually went, because yesterday and the day before, I ended up doing the coffee, the Timmy's, doing the extra large double double, and I end up fucking finishing it before the goddamn live is over. So today we've got one of these great big tumblers full of coffee, and we threw in a Dr Pepper to boot, so we're ready to go. Morning, John. Good to see you again, man. Curtis is 4 degrees and a half. Don't you mean 4.5 degrees? You say it your way, I'll say it mine. Either way, it's all good. 67 in Dallas. 67's not cold, man. I know you guys in Texas think 67's cold, and you're all wearing your hoodies and parkas and your mittens, and you got your snow hats on and your winter boots, and you look like fucking you're dressed up like goddamn polar bears. 67 ain't bad, man. Bring her in the morning. Well, I got no problem with that. Mm. 33 in the house, 7 likes. You guys bang that like button for me, would you? Give that like button a good swipe. 2-4, good to see you, my brother. Always fellow Canadian, East Coaster. Love that boy. Love that boy. Good to see you, 2-4. Thanks for popping in, man. Thanks for being here. Mm-mm. Sorry, I just lit this. I lit this just before I left the house. So it's I got a real nice burn going too. It's a nice even burn. It's oh fuck this thing's good. I got a good stogie going this morning. Got two. You guys know the deal. You guys know the deal, right? I got one extra large coffee and a Dr. Pepper and two cigars. When that's gone, so am I. So morning, Sterling Wheel. Good to see you, my brother. Good to see you. How the hell are you today? We're just looking at that sunshine, looking at that sunrise. What do you think, Sterling? Not bad? Not too fucking shabby, eh? Dude, you know what? If eventually I didn't have to go back to work, I could sit here every morning and just watch sunrises. I could look at this every goddamn day. Do you know that? Mm, I'm not sure. Hold on. I'm just gonna give the windshield a little wipe here. I got a feeling. Yeah, that's what it is. I think I was breathing too hard, boys. Sorry. Ladies, control yourself, please. I started breathing too hard, but there you go. Crystal, keep it together. Red lady, keep it together. Your man's in here. You need to behave. Just because I'm breathing heavy doesn't mean that everybody needs to start, wheel burner breathing heavy is an instant panty remover, Sterling, you need to control your woman, please. You need to control your woman. Good morning from Greece. Damn, from Greece. Wow, you is a long way from home. Johnny Highwoods, dude, what's your excuse? What's your excuse? Yeah, a lot lizard crawl up in front of the rig. No, dude, I was at home. I couldn't get out of bed. Couldn't get out of bed, Johnny. Damn, it's good to see you, man. I haven't seen you around in a long time. Where the hell you been? We're gonna go up to tropical 6 degrees today. Yeah, 6 degrees for you, man. That's you might you'll be out front with your fucking suntan lotion and your and your beer sitting in your lawn chair. Oh man, are you a police? No, hell no. Am I a police? What country am I? Well, I'm not a country. I'm a big guy, but I'm not as big as a country. I am from Canada. I am a Canadian, proud, true, tall Canadian. I currently reside in the province of Alberta, in the country of Canada. You're working here on the farm, Johnny? Attaboy. Attaboy. Well, man, it's really damn good to see you, man. I haven't seen you. I was surprised when I saw your name come through there. Good to see you, man. I haven't seen you in a while. I hope everything's been good for you and you guys have been doing all right. Razar Rashid says hi. All right, Roth. Oh, at nighttime there. Where you at, Roth? I don't have a clue where you are at night. If it's nighttime, you're obviously either what, Australia, New Zealand, something like that over there. No, no, you wouldn't be. You're only Australia's only 16 hours ahead, so it wouldn't be dark. Would it be dark there? Yeah, it would be. It'd probably be dark in New Zealand or in Australia, Japan. Mm. All you need is love. Coffee is good this morning. Yeah, love is good this morning too. All you need is love. Well, my wish for you, all you need is love, is that you got some good loving this morning. Start your day with a little bit of loving and a good coffee, and give me a call. Let me know how that worked out for you. Loading pickup with skids. Oh, dude, that sounds like manual labor. You're talking to the wrong cowboy here, Johnny. The pickup skids. I'm selling about 15 yards of compost, $100 a $100 a pickup. A nice black compost. That still sounds like a whole lot of work, brother. That still sounds like a whole lot of work. Tyke, there's my boy. Good to see you, Tyke. How the hell are you, man? Morning, afternoon here. The sun is shining, 19 degrees Celsius, 66 degrees Fahrenheit. For those that don't know, Mr. Tyke is our boy Robert, and he's over in the great country of Britain. Great Britain. He's a fucking Englishman and crazier than most. Greetings from Portugal. Atta boy, Sterling. Bring it on home, baby. Bring it on home. Oh, I love it when you get the good afternoons, good mornings. Like for me, it's like it's 7:58, but or 7:59. But let's just say it's 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's funny. You guys are wherever you are in the world, eh? It's funny that here we are. I'm sitting in a car, looking at this truck interfere with my sunrise. By the way, and but yet I'm sitting here at 8 o'clock in the morning here, and all I'm using is a phone. Right? Who'd have thought that like fucking 20 years ago, somebody said to me, you'll be able to sit in a car and make a broadcast of whatever you want and it'll go all the way around the world. I just said, you're full of shit. I'm also not very Great Britain. actually, that's actually fun. If an asteroid fall with a view, you will die with the best vibe. Well, okay, if that's what you think, whatever. Yeah, the spamming is out strong and long and strong this morning, eh, Sterling? Holy fuck! Greetings from Mongolia. Atta boy. Too early for this spamming shit. It really is, Ryan, eh? But you got to give them credit. Like they they really take they really take their spamming seriously. They really do. Mm. Pike trucking, yeah. You are Robert. I think 7 hours ahead. You're at 3 o'clock there. 3 p.m. Yeah, it's 8 o'clock here. So yeah, you're 7 hours ahead of us here. So you're already into beer o'clock, aren't you? Well, it's today's Thursday, so you're working today. So you're not into beer o'clock yet. Yeah, nice sunny day here in the UK for once. Dark Lancaster, do you mind saying where you're from? If you don't have to. I certainly wouldn't expect you to. But if you don't mind saying what part of the UK you're from? Hi from Sundre, Alberta. Atta boy. I am watching the same sunrise. Then you are absolutely seeing the best this country has to offer for sunrise right now, aren't you? Not bad, Barry, eh? I don't know. Like I said, if eventually I didn't have to go back to work or do or get a job or do something eventually, I could make a career, Barry, out of doing just this. I really could. If I could build a YouTube channel just doing this, I think I would. Same here, Bob, but I'm just over the hill from you. Oh, there you go. Someone say beer. Yeah, I made the mistake. English, you're in Dorset. Okay, you're in Dorset. Someone say beer. Yeah, I made that mistake. That one's on me. That one's on me. Sorry. Snow riders into the beer. Okay, yeah, right. Okay, nice place, Dorset. You want to know something? I've never stepped foot in England. You guys could tell me 100 things about England or Great Britain or that whole, no beer today. Oh my God, are you sick? Are you not well? Do you need medical attention? Blink twice if you need help. Scratch the phone. Send me a message. Call me immediately. Robert, what's the matter with you? I think 2-4 is about to have a fucking stroke. Hearing you say that. Is that where you're at, Johnny? Dude, if I ever get down that way, I will definitely. Hold on, I'm gonna screenshot. Let me screenshot that there. There we go. I don't usually. I don't keep a pad of paper, obviously, in the car. But I got beer for the whole class. Come here, Robert. You be careful too, for you're out on the East Coast, and he lives on an island. It's not hard. He could probably get himself into a kayak. He could be at your place. Probably the way Robert can drink, he'd be at your place in about fucking 4 hours, dude. Email you, okay, John. I think I've still got your email. I'm pretty sure I do. My email hasn't changed. It's still Woodburner Express. I should be able to just kick your name into the header and your email address should come up. I'm pretty sure. And Dana Hanahan? Oh, Jesus Christ. Dar does. Dar's got your email? Well, Johnny, I don't, well, obviously you've been away a while. Dar and I are not together. Dar and I are not together. We separated and split up a while ago. So, unfortunately, that you missed that. So sorry, man. But it's all good. It's amicable and things are good. And she's got herself a new guy. I've got myself a great girl, and life is going on. So, you know what? That's all I'm really gonna say about it. But you didn't know. It's all good. Don't worry about it. But if we've emailed you from my email address, uh, yeah, I should still have it. I should be able to put your name in there, and it should kick in, right? So no worries, man. Be great to talk to you again. Always a pleasure. Oh, okay. This is the last time I am using this thing. Oh my god, it's a Starbucks coffee, like, what do you call these things? Not a coffee mug, but it's a coffee thermos thing, whatever. This thing leaks like a fucking whore after fucking Sunday church. Like, look at this goddamn thing. I got more coffee on me than I do in me, for crying out loud. For the love of poop. I might have to guys, I might have to take us over to Timmy's and order a coffee. Every time I thought it was maybe the lid, but it's coming off the bottom of this cup because we're not moving, so this thing ain't bouncing, and yet the coffee where the little slot where the coffee cup goes, every time I take it out, it's filling up with coffee again. So, or maybe I should just drink faster. Same. Struck here. See ya. If I get down there, I'll definitely come see you. That's not a problem. I'm gonna have to get to work. It's gonna be one of those days. See y'all later. Hey, Ryan, great to see you as always. Thanks for coming in. There's our boy from Texas. Cup made in China. Just call me funny cunt. Funny punt. Oh, I'm allowed to use that word. Sorry, you guys aren't allowed to use that word, but I am. Cup made in China. I'll bet you it is. You know what? Cunny Funt, I'll bet you it is. Somewhere on here, it's going to say this thing was made in China. It's got a great big Starbucks thing down the side of it. I of course did not purchase this from Starbucks. I 100% am throwing my girl under the bus on this one. Okay. Under the bus she goes, head fucking first. Boof. Tits, ass, and feet are all under there because I did not buy this thing. She bought it. Tilt your phone. Tilt my phone what? But we're gonna turn the phone around in a few minutes. We're gonna turn the phone around in a few minutes, and you poor bastards are gonna have to look at me for a while. As soon as that sun gets up just above my visor, so it's not in my eyes, then I'll turn the phone back around, and that's when we can get down to the real good nitty gritty and all the good bullshitting and all the shit and talking and trashing and all that kind of stuff. There you go, Buggy, you Cupid stunt. There we go. Hey, Skynet, good to see you. Why is your camera flipped? I cannot see your face. Well, we're looking at the sun. We're watching the sunrise, man. We're watching the sunrise. Well, we've watched the sunrise. It's already risen. So we can probably let me just see what's going on here. I can yeah, I think I can turn this around now. We're all right. Hold on. Hold on. Oh well. Mm, yeah, the phone. I get the phone on my chest. So this is what I'm talking about. Look at the size of this thing. Like it's good. Like if I threw this at you, I could knock you out with it. But damn it, it doesn't. You see, it's leaking like shit. I think it's leaking from the, yeah, it is. It's this seal down here, whatever the bottom of this is. Son of a bitch. I'm going to Tim Hortons to buy one from Timmy's. He needs your facial recognition to deliver us a cigar and a beer to you. There you go. Lee Honey, it's 11:08. Well, it's 8:08 where I am. Oh yeah, Uncle back with the ciggy. Hey, come on, bring it in. If you got them, boys, smoke them. Smoke them if you got it. Light it. If you can drink it, get it into you. Get your coffee. Sleeping in Tyrannus, I did. Tyrannus, I fucking I couldn't get out of bed, dude. It was, my girl works so many days on, and then she gets like 7 days off, right? So today was day one, so she didn't have to get up this morning. And let me tell you, bro, I could not get the fuck out of bed. I could not. Yeah, I did everything I could. I gave it the old college try. You know what I mean? I gave it the old college try, Travis. It just did not fucking happen. It just did not happen. I think I'm gonna buy a Volvo XC60. Thoughts? Um, I don't know if they have those over here, Tyke. I'm not sure if they got them over. All the Volvo, actually, I'm sure they do because my neighbor's got an XC90, and they are beautiful. I've never driven one, um, but I think for like what the last 25 years or something, they've had the highest safety rating in the whole fucking world out of all the auto manufacturers. So I don't know. I don't know. Nothing a bit of duct tape won't fix. Ah, okay. Just Carly Ann. We've seen you before. Burning a fatty now, T 24, attaboy, crackhead. You are, bro. Crackhead, Barbat. That's not very nice. What's the matter with you? How could why be so rude so early on a beautiful Thursday morning? Why be so rude? You know why, Barbat? Because you're sitting there right now with your dick in your hand, looking at the screen, but you're not looking at me or you're not looking at the chat. You're looking at your own name on the screen, going, "Oh my God, look at that! There's my name. Oh, and I wrote something on that guy's screen. Oh my God, I'm fucking famous." And Barbat, I just gave you 30 seconds. There you go. So take your dick out of your hand. You're done. That's all you're good for is 30 seconds. You're done. Take your dick out of your hand. Let yourself go. Have a nice day. Scroll on, motherfucker. Fitness, you know what? I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I'm not in the truck right now. Obviously, I'm sitting in a car. I'm just sitting in a little Kia. Nice little car. Pretty cool. Comfortable. I don't drive it. I put it on. I don't get in it. I put it on. But yeah, it's just sitting out here, watch the sun, have a smoke, drink a coffee. My girl's at home. She's just tootling around. So this ain't going to be no big 3.5 hour, jaunt. Like I said, I was late getting this thing started this morning. So, but there's nothing better than just having a smoke and a smile. I'll sit here and shoot the shit with you guys all day long. My dad had an XC60, good car. DPF went kaput, and now it's shit. How the weather over in Canada? Is it cold or what? No, not overly. Well, right now it's like I said, it's 8:12 in the morning. It's 2 degrees Celsius. But that's not bad. You know what, Tyrannus? That's not a bad. And I actually had that thought. Enjoy a sunset. But I like a sunset, but I want to be when I watch a sunset, Tyrannus. I don't know about you, but I like to. Well, first I want to burp, but I like to be on a dock on a lake to watch a sunset. Sunrise, I want to be out on the prairies. I want to see it out here, right? But sunset, I want to be sitting on a dock, cup of coffee, cigar, crickets chirping, the loon in the background, that kind of shit. That's what I'm looking for. It's Thursday evening here. Well, it's not my fault. Not my fault. You run faster than everybody else. Shannon Thomas Trucking has decided to walk in the door and say hello. Good morning, Shannon. How are you, honey? Walter White. There we go. Fridays suck. Yeah, because it brings you one day closer to Monday, and you got to go back to work. Yeah, Diesel. Okay. And man, kick that Barbat dude. You know what? Fuck him. He's got nothing to do. It's a 2 liter. Just call me 1.6 is a Ford motor. How much is that cigar? I don't know. I don't know. I stole it. I walked in, guns a blazing, fucking took all the cigars off the shelf, took them all. Took, I don't know, there had to be 500 cigars in there, took them all, shot the guy in the foot, stole his daughter, did his wife, and that's how I got my cigar. So, but honestly, this cigar here is about 18 bucks, 16 to 18 bucks. It's just a simple little Rocky. No, this is an Alec Bradley. And that's all it is. It's not an overly expensive cigar, but it is a very good quality cigar. About to head up to Michigan from Texas, getting my 2013 Freightliner Cascadia. Going to be a trip. Boy, that's a nice trip. Michigan, going head up to Michigan from Texas. Well, you're looking at two solid days, solid depending where in Texas you're coming from and where in Michigan you're going to. We up here will go from say Toronto, Ontario, Canada, or more realistically, we would always start all of our Texas loads started just outside of Ottawa, and we would go Ottawa down to Texas, and we do 3 drops. We usually do Austin, San Antonio, and then Laredo, and then we run across I-10 into the port into Houston, and we load steel out of there, and we bring, and we can do it all. We can get down and back. We leave on Sunday. We get down and back. We're back up by Friday night. And you got 3,900 miles. It's a good trip. It's good miles because and then the other thing is it's all flat, right? So you get really good fuel mileage doing it. But good for you, brother. 2013 Freightliner Cascadia, gonna be a trip. Well, you be safe. I'm officially Walter White. I love Breaking Bad. That's a great show. That is a awesome show. San Antonio to Grand Rapids. Yeah, you're 2.5 days. If you're not killing it, right? I mean, like, if you don't have it, you don't have the pedal pushed right to the giggle pin, you're 2.5 days. If you keep it under 65 and, it also depends on your reload. If you keep it under 65, get yourself about 7. In the 2013 Cascadia, the best you're gonna do is maybe 7 miles per gallon. What are you smoking? It's an Alec Bradley. Tolga, my boy, damn good to see you, son. Thank you for being here. We haven't seen Kamal in yet, and we've already had the spammers. Already had the snap. Thankfully, Uncle Sterling has stepped up and took care of that for us. So good to see you, Tolga. Always a pleasure, brother. Uh, Bye, y'all. Have a good morning, afternoon, and evening. Hey, Dark Lancaster, thanks for popping in, man. Always great to see you. And put some weed in that cigar. I'm not allowed to do that. Hottie from North Crackalacky. Good seeing you. I'm just walking out the door, getting the roof on the shop today. Y'all have a great day and be safe. Well, Mr. B, thanks for popping in. Always good. Saw you over on Moto this morning briefly. I was just doing the quick scroll, going through the quick rounds this morning. Just before I left the house, I saw that that he had some of your boards up there, and yeah, we're gonna be talking about some more boards probably in the next probably the next couple of weeks. There, Tom, we're gonna be talking about some boards. So we're gonna do because your boards were such a massive hit last year with the Forgotten Angels, and they actually got used, and they're being put to a good use. So I got no problem. putting money forth again to get another set of boards made up, and let's get another set is get them out to a good cause. Minnick, I hope I said that right. Did I say that right? Minnick Emek. If I'm screwing up your fucking names, guys, I apologize. I am. I do the best I can with what I got. So, Chicken Hawk. Good morning, all you sexy. But you're talking to me, right? The sexy beast, Mike. You know you're talking to me. You don't be talking to the rest of the chat. You're right here, baby. Right here. Right here. You're lucky your woman's with you in your truck, because if she wasn't, she'd be with me in my truck. Ladies and gentlemen, don't get the wrong idea. Chicken Hawk's a good friend of mine. I know him personally. His beautiful wife, Special K. They are good friends of mine, and I talk to him like that because he knows I'm full of shit. Asthmatic, good to see you, man. I bought Suncor stock today. Uh, what did you buy it this morning or did you buy it last night? I did. Did you buy it on the app? What or which app did you use? I'm being nosy, Asthmatic. I'm being nosy. Right, awesome vid of the mountains. Truly an awesome, breathtaking sight. You know what? I'm going to probably have some point later this week, um, and over the weekend. I'm probably going to have a couple more shorts and quick vids of some mountains. I'm thinking of kidnapping my woman and heading out to the hills for maybe a night, and I'm thinking of maybe doing that. Little winer diner, 69er type deal. Oi is high in Portuguese. Oh, can I be a mid, a mod? You mean a mod, right? And unfortunately, I've got 5 mods. That's all I got. I've got 5, and they are here for one reason and one reason only. We got a lot of spammers. We got a lot of whatever. So, and all of my mods have been with me a long time. Tyke has been here. I think, like I think I said yesterday, Tyke is probably like one of 5 of the first subscribers I ever had when we first started this channel. Tolga is our main moderator. Him and Kamel both are our main 2 moderators. They are the law. I mean, like they can even tune me in if they have to. But everybody else, I think Shannon Thomas has a wrench. Sterling's got a wrench. I think, like I said, I think there's only 5 or 6 of them. So, if you want to be a mod, you have to be here every day, on time, with your homework done. With an apple for the teacher, type shit like that. Tolga's been with me for years. Pike Truckin's been with me for years. Shannon's been around with me for years. All these people have been with me for years. So that's why they get mods. That's why they're mods. Okay. You just warned him. All right. Attaboy. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, hit me up anytime. We will figure it out. Well, you dude, you know I will. You know I will. Those boards were a massive fucking hit last year, Mr. B. They really were. Um, and depending on what we do, because this is the idea. This is the idea. I would like to continue doing every year for the Forgotten Angels. I want to make them a 1 year, but I still want to do a second drive on something else for another reputable charity, right? Um, or I can, and I got no problem doing this either. I can just make it sort of like Shade Tree does. I can just make Forgotten Angels my go-to charity, and every year we just do the beard shave every year just for the Forgotten Angels. I might actually put up a poll and see how that goes and see what you guys think about that. When I get home, I got to get my DOT physical done and haircut. Well, dude, I had my well, ours is called an MTO, right? Ministry of Transportation. You guys are DOT, Department of Transportation. But I just had, I've had two of them done in the last month. Okay. I got, when I was in Ontario, living in Ontario, mine was coming due and I had to get it done in Ontario. And then I moved here. And when you change your license from Ontario to Alberta, you got to get a fucking another one. So I've had two. I just had my last one on Monday. They did the old, and let me tell you something. In Alberta, they are thorough. I mean, they grab the beans and say cough. You know, it's one of those. It's like, holy fuck, doc. More, at least warm up your hands, dude. You know. Well, simple as E. That's the one I use, dude. That's the one I use. Buying Suncor since the crash. I have not looked at Suncor. I have not looked at Suncor. I will. Hold on. I'm gonna make sure I remember that. I better change my name back. Ah, you keep it the way it is. I kind of like it. Mr. B's chatting away at Tolga, guys. I could put my fat ass right in the chair for the next hour, but I really can't today. It's awesome day in North Carolina, and well, son, get to work. Right. Erupt to sing. Oh, fuck, Robert. Really? This early in the morning? Really? Sir, do you prefer manual transmission, automatic in trucks? Like transmission trucks work differently than cars. Skynet, okay, listen. For a this is for 30 years, I drove manual transmissions. Most of them are 18-speed manuals and loved it, swore by it. I was one of those guys that was being dragged into the next generation of trucking, kicking and screaming. I'll never drive a fucking automated transmission. Ah, no, god damn it, fuck that. I can get better fuel mileage. Dude, I now have I got a 2020 Cascadia. It's got the DD15 Detroit engine in it, and it's got the DT12 automated tranny in it. Let me tell you something. I will never buy another manual transmission for the rest of my life. Ever. Ever. I can't beat the computer. I can't beat the computer. The computer in that truck can shift those gears more efficiently, fuel efficiently than I can. You can't compete with a computer when it's like that. Sterling, on the other hand, claims that he can, and I say, okay, let's call it what I call bullshit. But anyway, that's a long standing argument Sterling and I have been having. I think we're at about 2 years on that one. But I don't think anybody can compete with an automated transmission when you're talking about like fuel savings and economy. And now that I've got one, I think I think the only time I would probably want a manual and I would want an 18 again would be if, for example, I got back into like the super heavy, right? The super heavy hauls where you're putting those goddamn transformers on and they're 250, 300,000 pounds. You're sitting it on, a gooseneck with two Jeeps and shit like that. And, that's where you might want only so you can feel the transmission, right? As you're coming on and going off like that. That I think I would want a manual. But other than that, dude, there's nothing better. You're sitting in Toronto traffic, hand on the wheel, arm out the wheel, still out the window, stogie lit, one pedal. You go through Atlanta at rush hour. Dun, 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 dun. Dude, so that was a short question, but I gave you a long answer. So don't do that. Don't do mods in here. Only rocker. Hey, Robert. There you go. Who got Dar's wrench? Uh, that's a good question. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I didn't know nobody. That one just came off, and no, nobody got a wrench. It's fixing to go flat out batty. Hang on tight. You think so? Just kidding, wheelbarrow. Oh, dude, I know. And this stream ain't proper for anyone under 18. Well, you know what? If you're under 18 and you're watching this and your mom walks by and she hears me say fuck, shit, damn, cunt, snot, pussy, quat, with all that kind of shit, and I get an email from her saying, "Oh my God, my 10-year-old boy was listening to you cuss like a fucking sailor," da da da. I take no responsibility for that. If you are underage and you are watching this, this is your parents' problem, not mine. I didn't ask you to watch, and I have this channel marked as not suitable for children. So if you're under 18, you really shouldn't be in here. Cunny, attaboy, Robert. You're the only one allowed to say it, Robert. You can say the whole word if you have to. Willow, yo, what's up? Was watching you yesterday. Yes, you were, Willow. Good to see you again. Thanks for popping in again. Again. Do me a favor, Willow. Hit that like button, would you? The Witcher OG. I got inspected yesterday. I got DOT inspected yesterday and got a ticket. Not good, man. Not good at all. I've had this is absolutely ridiculous. I've had probably 12 or 13 inspections, level twos and level twos and level fours. Um, I've had about 13 or 14 of them done in the last, I don't know, 6, 7 weeks. Right at the Canadian border at Alexandria Bay, where we cross into New York and back into Canada. They had a bunch of them set up on the Canadian side, and then a couple of the U.S. Customs. So they get you in New York going over, and they give you a level two, but then they get you coming back into Canada same day, right? And then they throw a level four at you. Now, for those of you that don't know what a level four is, there's one, two, three, which are the three main ones, right? But a level four is basically all they're doing is they're not doing fuck all. They're walking around the truck. Check and make sure your lights work. They might or might not ask to look at your logbook. They'll ask you if you're running an e-log, and other than that, that's all they do, right? And they want to make sure they check in your tires. So all they're doing is making sure you're roadworthy. More importantly, what they were doing is because of the bullshit with Trump, with the border and saying this and that, and our borders aren't secure, and all of you guys, fentanyl and drugs are coming through Canada. But so they beefed up security for a couple of fucking weeks or about a month, and that's what that was about. So your beer fund is a reputable charity. I don't know, 2-4. I'm going to need you to produce two witnesses and two. I need you to produce at least three people who benefit from your charity, and you and your wife are not two of them. So you produce to me 3 to 5 people who are who benefit or are benefactors of your beer fund charity. You produce them, and I want to see live people. I want to see live people. I was bullied in school. I will never go to school again. Well, that's one way to get away from going to school, getting bullied up. Warm up the hands, Doc. Oh, Uriah, let me tell you, man. Let me tell you. Oh, I felt like I was fucking 13 again. My voice went up about 4 octaves. I think my balls might have just dropped this morning, and that's only because my woman put her warm hands on them. So other than that, I got asked this morning by DWP if I wanted to train as a VOSA operative. What the hell is a VOSA operative? I would be a wheel burner moderator, but due to my drinking and partying, I'm unreliable as a responsible channel moderator. You're pretty questionable even as a friend, Chicken Hawk. I'll give you the wrench if you want. You'll probably burn it down on the first day. I will never go to the. Hmm, sorry, boys, that one was on me. Phone overheated. Phone overheated. I got the phone sitting up like this. I had the defrost on, right? The heat coming up, and whatever. Sorry, I'm feeling the phone overheated. There we go. You smoking a wood? Not today. Sterling can't beat the computer. Sterling only beats his only beats his meat. Well, how he does it, I don't know, but 18 plus wheel burner after hours. There you go. Welcome, folks. This is your stream for 18. Oh, there you go. There you go. Brian, all of the sounds awesome. You know, I am Mr. Bean, disabilities. Sort of like the Cornhole Special Olympics, much of the time. There you go. This is definitely not a channel for children. If a child watches this channel, it would be considered a contributing to delinquency of a minor. I'd be proud to say that. I'd be proud to say that. Daniel Barry, good morning. Good to see you. Goran, I would love to be able to respond. I'm going to assume you're saying hi. You love my channel. How's it going? Great to see you. But little bastard children in the chat. There you go. Yeah, that's exactly. Shouldn't be here. How far are you from MIT? I'm a long way from MIT. I'm on the other side of the fucking continent from MIT. You like big round ones? Rad fit, do you? Chicken Hawk is the mod we have, but the mod we don't deserve. Exactly. I do my best work with hot candle wax and a woman's nipple. I'll pass on the wrench, but thank you for the offer. I already threw it at you just to see what would happen. Hey, moderators, inform me. Yeah, he's lagging. Yeah, I know. No, sorry, guys. My apologies. I think we should be okay now, though. We're not lagging now, are we? Uriah, it's not your service. Somebody throw a heads up. Somebody throw a fucking thumbs up if we're okay here. Yes, sir. We're not lagging. Okay, we're good. We're good. All right. Yeah, like I said, I got the sun coming in, which is warm, but I had the defrost on, so silly me, silly me, silly me. I'm forcing responsibility upon you, Chicken Hawk. That's what real friends do. Real friends don't let friends drink and drive, and they force responsibility upon them in the way of life. This is my way, Chicken Hawk, of forcing responsibility upon you. With fuel crisis increasing and electric coming on the rise, Cyber, don't get excited. Electric cars aren't on the rise. They're not coming up over the hill. Like, see that hill over there? They're not coming up over that hill anytime soon. Anytime soon. Have you driven them? If not, what other fuels professional do you think will be succeed? Man, I'm telling you right now, I've never driven an electric vehicle. I won't drive an electric vehicle. By the time I guarantee you, I'm 55 years old. By the time we're on a full grid of electric vehicles, I'll be dead. I guarantee you, I will be fucking dead. It's not a matter of if is it gonna happen. Yeah, it may happen, but I'll be long dead before it's in full place. We were talking about this yesterday. There's no way. There's no way you can dig up an entire continent worth of fucking power lines and then have to relay those power lines for the new systems. It's just impossible. That's it, eh? You're right. Holding people responsible. And that's the way it works around here. Chicken Hawk gets out of line, you got to hold him responsible. If he doesn't want to take responsibility for his actions and the crisis and havoc that he hands out, or that he displays along the way, well, then you know what? We make Chicken Hawk take responsibility for it. God damn it! God damn it, Tavi. That's right. We hold. You got it. Good morning, Tolga. On your head, be it Brian letting Chicken Hawk loose. It's on me, is it? Okay. It's on me. It's not I take no responsibility for letting Chicken Hawk loose. That little bastard was running loose long before I met him. Trust me. Trust me. There's not a state in the United States that hasn't been scarred by Chicken Hawk. Would you rather get caught lacking what? Lacking by the ops or get most embarrassing picture posted on a picture of you? Would I rather get caught lacking by the ops? What the fuck are you talking about, Reaper? Whack would you are you saying would you rather get caught whacking by the cops or get most embarrassing picture posted of you? I don't know. I've had both done. Not really. I don't know. What other fuels do you think will replace traditional diesel petrol? Well, what is there? Right? You can't do obviously diesel petrol. You can't last forever, right? We are living in a world where the infrastructure of our planet right now, or for at least North America planet, is set up for at least another 120 years to run on fossil fuel. The problem is we're going to run out of fossil fuels before that time gets up. So now we are eventually going to be forced to find another fuel source. So what's it going to be? Is it going to be electric? It can be. How do you generate electricity? Well, you can generate electricity several different ways, right? Wind turbines, solar, uh, uh, sorry, like water turbines. Just put them in the rivers, the dams, all that. Those all are reputable ways to produce electricity. Um, I'm going to be honest with you. I would not be surprised if at some point some fucking congressman goes fuck it and they start putting up nuclear power plants fucking all over the place. But in doing that, then you're opening yourself up to a whole new ball of fucking problems. So I don't know. Tyrannus says you left your panties in his truck, Sterling. Tyrannus, did you at least wash them and fold them and put them away before, so he can come pick them up? You didn't just leave them on the floor, did you? Oh, you're wearing them. Okay. Hopefully you washed them first. Hopefully you washed them first. Bro smoking a fucking foot long. Well, no, it's not a foot long. Just or we're about halfway. This was about halfway done. I had a van I could run on recycled cooking oil. Well, you see, that's the thing. There are other ways to do this. Like you can run vegetable oil, you can make oil and petrol, and you can make oils like for combustion. You can make them from corn or vegetables or anything like that. Um, I'm not 100% sure, and this is only because I just don't know, right? I don't know. I've never looked at it. I'm not sure how sustainable it is. I'm not sure how good it is for the engines. I just don't know. You know, Honey Fund, it could be 100. There could be 100 different ways to do that, and I don't know any of them. So I have a solution for everything. Print more money and mine more gold. It doesn't work that way. Now, even if you mine the same amount of gold as you're printing so that the gold will back the currency, it still won't work. You're still gonna have inflation. I'm creating my army of squirrels to pull my fat ass around. Boy, that's the way I would do it. Or use cryptocurrency for every purchase. I don't have enough faith in crypto. I'm gonna need everyone to get their IDs out. This is an 18 or older. See, threw a wrench at the motherfucker and look at him. He's already the new sheriff in town. Damn it, boy. Hey, man. Hey, hi, mate. A chill America. Archie, you know what? I'm Canadian. Don't hold that against me. You can't hold that against me. I'm Canadian. We are the nicest fucking people in the world. We really, really are. Unless we're on the hockey rink with you, then you don't want no fucking part of a Canadian. But unless or if there's a beer drinking contest. If there's a beer drinking contest or a fucking hockey game going, you don't want to be anywhere near us. Other than that, we are the nicest bunch of people you've ever met. Said nobody ever. To be fair, don't Congress and senators say fuck it anyway? Uriah, they do. Unless there's something in it for them personally, they don't give a flying fuck. You know that. I have panties on my fuel cap so the diesel doesn't get stolen. I don't know, man. Depending on what the panties look like and the condition they were in, I might take those fuckers off just with my teeth alone, Jack. Mr. Jeffrey likes this. Ghislaine, Mr. Jeffrey likes this. All right. Well, you guys do me a favor and hit that like button some more. Make sure Mr. Jeffrey hits the like button. I've heard of hydrogen fuel cells. They do have hydrogen. We've got trucks up here. We got a company up here called Cat that runs trucks on hydrogen. I think the big company out of Quebec, the French company Robert, I think they took a swing at hydrogen as well. Um, they could make the trucks worked, but they couldn't get them to work with any kind of efficiency, so that it was worth it to do it. Yes, it removed or it lessened the carbon footprint, but at what cost? Right? They had trouble fueling them. They were way underpowered. They were having issues with them. And on top of that, at the end of the day, if you are driving around with a fucking hydrogen fuel cell, in some way, shape, or form, Cyberdyne, you're sitting on a fucking bomb, dude. I don't care what they say. Oh, it's safe, it's secure. It's still a mixture for a bomb. Yeah, everyone except Sterling and Tyrannus. I'm not sure they washed their hands after swapping panties. What kind of big dunce? This one's an Alec Bradley. That's what I've got. I'll be smoking Alec Bradleys for the next few mornings. That's what I got all stocked up on those. So I don't know about money. I don't know. I don't know about a lot of things. There's my boy. There's our boy. There's Camille. Good morning, Camille. I accept Camille's excuse for being late. He was probably at prayer this morning, so we're allowing we allow Camille to be tardy. Um, Brian, beer drinking contest. Me and Tyke accept. The British talk a good talk and they walk a good walk, but I don't know where you guys everybody knows or where you're from, but everybody knows that Canadians are the biggest beer drinking fucking alcoholics in the world. There's not a country on the planet except maybe Germany, possibly England, that can even come close to the amount to drinking and consuming the vast amount. We have 45 million people and we are the largest beer producing fucking country in the world. Go figure that out. Go figure that out. Okay. 45 million people, largest country square mile wise, second largest, sorry, next to Russia, second largest country square, 45 million people, which is to you guys is the population of California. And yet we produce and drink more beer than everybody else in the fucking world. There you go. I wear it proudly. Don't smoke more. Oh my God. You guys are I love Sterling's encouragement. I live by Sterling's encouragement. I get up every morning knowing I'm gonna come out here and do this, and I know that Sterling's gonna be right there patting me on the back going, "Attaboy, Bright. Get that stogie in there." Look at that, you guys deleted a lot of shit. That's a lot of spam going on, boys. Yes, sir. I was praying, and it's evening, 7:45 p.m. Yeah, I kind of know. I've got your schedule down, Kamal, so I knew what you were doing this morning. So you are absolutely just fine, sir. You be as late. You, of course, you can be as late as you absolutely need to be, because you do what you do. You do so much for us. You, you, and Tolga, Sterling, Red Lady, Chicken Hawk, Shannon, all of you guys that have been so good to this channel, can pretty much get away with whatever you want. You guys know it. So, Strange Brew should be a Canadian national film. Tyrannus, you're not wrong. That was okay. I don't care what anybody says, but that was a fucking great movie. That really was. Bob and Doug McKenzie. Holy Christ, man. That movie came out. I was probably a teenager. No, I was a teenager when that movie came out. And I think it was one there was that movie, and there was Spaceballs, and there was a couple other movies that back then that I could literally as the movie was playing, I could recite the words. We'd watched it. We had gotten so drunk and stoned so many times and put that movie on that we could sit there and recite the words line for line and still laugh, Tyrannus. Laugh every single time at the right place. It was fucking hilarious. Makers, maybe, but drinkers, hell no. Oh, that sounds like a challenge, Uriah. Sounds like a challenge. My town had the world record for most pubs in a square mile. Well, your town was probably only a square mile. That's why you can have one pub in a square mile if the town is only a square fucking mile. I don't smoke anywhere anymore, but I will stand next to a smoker from time to time. I don't smoke cigarettes, but I love the smell of cigarettes. Like the smell of some. My girl smokes, so like she smokes a cigarette. I got no problem standing there sucking those fumes and love the fucking smell of a cigarette. No, don't get me wrong. I smoke cigars and I love cigars, but from time to time, she'd be in the truck with me and she'd light a cigarette and it'd be like, oh, fuck, blow that here. Like, just fuck it. Not blow here, blow that here. You guys get your fucking minds out of the gutter. Sterling, I know exactly where your head went. I thought that was a sausage for a second. Well, JP, if you can light a sausage on fire and you can haul it and get it smoking, you're a fucking better man than I am. I've been missing the streams. I need to get back into them. I'm here. Um, I kind of got away from YouTube for a while. I really did. Had some personal things to take care of, job things to take care of. I made the final move myself, out to Alberta, and I'm just in the point now where over the last couple of weeks here, I'm just kind of my I kind of let my channel fall to the side because I had a lot of personal things to take care of. Well, now we've got a lot of that cleaned up, and it's time to, we're not going to go back to doing full out videos again, like doing all the long form videos and all that kind of shit. But yeah, we're going to probably be doing a couple of videos here and there, some shorts here and there. But I'm really enjoying banging out these lives every morning. Uriah, all 3 days, like yesterday, I was a little late this morning. I apologize, but yesterday. So that would have been Wednesday, Tuesday, and Monday. I was sitting here, right? So here, I'll give you a quick shot. I was sitting right here, and the sun comes up right there. Right there's the sun, and so we sat here. I was here at like 6:45 in the morning, and we would sit and watch the sun come up. And then once the sun came up and everybody got their beautiful sunrise and had to glue their retinas back onto their back of their eyeballs, then we were able to we turn the camera around and do what we're doing here now. We're not all we're doing, as you know, we're sitting here just shooting the shit, telling lies, swapping bullshit stories. We made a big step today. We made Chicken Hawk a moderator, so now it's like that's like giving a 5-year-old a loaded gun. Bro, I know this is a sensitive talk. If you are comfortable speaking about it, do you believe in God? I am an Ant I think you mean antagonist. Uh, Agnostic. I think you mean agnostic. You're an agnostic. Do I believe in God? I believe in a God. I don't talk about religion, and you guys know that, but I will just answer this very quickly, and then we'll carry on. Um, I believe in a God. I believe in a higher power and a being greater than ourselves. But do I believe in God or the Jesus or the Bible or the apostles or the last? No, I don't believe in any of that. But I do believe I do have a spiritual life. I do have a spiritual being that I follow, and that's all you guys really need to know about that. So, um, but thanks for asking. It is snowing in New York, flatbed. You know why it's snowing in New York? Because they fucking well deserve it. Dude, for 2 years, I ran those ingots through New York. Blizzards, fucking whiteouts, goddamn, oh my God, right in that goddamn snow belt right through Watertown. Good God, Jesus, Joseph, and Mary. I've had enough of driving through fucking New York snow. If you're out there, brother, they'll be safe, please. If you're out there, please be safe. I'll accept that challenge. Uriah, you bring it on. I'm telling you, well, you guys, I don't drink, so I can't step up and represent because I don't drink. But I guarantee you, I know about fucking 300 guys right now that'll take up a challenge with 300. You bring forth 300 Americans that drink beer, and you bring over 300 Englishmen that drink beer. You bring over 300 Germans that drink beer. Fuck it. You bring over 300 of any other nationality that drink beer, and we'll put them up against the 300 that I can put out. I promise you, man, you will not be able to find your way home because these boys are going to put you all to shame. Moto bomb, Moto. I caught you this morning. I caught about 7 or 8 minutes of you. Um, good to see you, man. You got 40 thumbs up so far. Go hit work. Yeah, catch you later, man. Thanks a lot, man. Appreciate that, Moto. It was good seeing you this morning. Be back in a bit. All right, Cunny Fun. You better come back. When you come back, you better come back properly. Camille will straighten you out if you don't. Read all of that. Are you out of your fucking mind? You want me to read that? I can't read that. I looked at it. Prove this live stream isn't fake. I just proved it right there. Right? You wrote the comment and I wrote the comment. So there, prove it isn't fake. There you go. No, I had like 70 pubs in a square mile. There are only about 30 now. And there's only 30 now in a square mile. Um, Well, Canada is so much bigger than fucking England. So our pubs, we don't gonna have 30 pubs in a square mile. Mind you, we don't need 30 pubs, and most of our drinking establishments are fairly large. So for the amount of people you can put in 30 pubs, we can probably put in about 10 bars. That's about the way that would work. Thank you, Sterling. Appreciate that. Wheel Burners United. Sage Meyer, what stogie you got there? This is just a simple little Alec Bradley. It's a nice little stogie. We're working our way through the second flavor change on this sucker right now. And I'm really I am really digging this Sage. This is a really good cigar. Not overly expensive. It's only an $18 stick. Now, like I said, I don't pay 18 bucks for these. These sometimes happen to fall off the truck, and they land on my door. So I don't pay 18 bucks for them. But if you were buying them retail, it's about an $18 cigar, 18 to 16, 18, 20 bucks, depending on where you go. Ryan, you know what, Ryan? Any other, if it was anybody else, I'd probably be insulted by that. But that's actually, your lives are like crack. So we're like a bunch of junkies watching bingo lives to try and get our fix. That is fucking awesome, Ryan. Thank you. You know what? I think that is a serious, serious compliment. All right, Brian. Next year is the 100th anniversary of Route 66. Get your motorcycle. Oh, baby. Sterling, Route 66 runs right through you, doesn't it? It runs right through you. Yeah. Mm. Sorry, I got distracted. This is really, I'm really enjoying this. Sterling, and I know that you are probably you're at the top of the list, or or at least in second for the top of the list, for places that I'm going to ride. Um, so I'm coming eventually. We are going to make that happen. We are definitely going to make that happen. Yeah, everybody hit the like button if you don't mind. I don't ask for subscriptions. Guys, if you like what you see and you want to come back and hang out, throw a sub and turn your notifications on. Yeah, I appreciate that. Subs are good. But if you're going to come in and sit down and shoot the shit and talk and hang out for a bit, at least hit the like button. That's all I ask. I won't beg you, or ask you for a sub, but I'd at least ask you for I at least ask you for a like. Besties on trend. Hi, what's going on? Ryan David, let's go beer fest. You hey, dude, you want to try it out. I tell you what, Ryan. I tell you, here's the thing, Ryan. You come here, you come to Canada, and you get into some of the fucking beers up here. I promise you, dude. I promise you, you're not going back to Texas in in the right state of mind. You'll go home, but you'll never be the same. Mm. And good to hear things are working out and things are going better. Seems the year being rough for everyone. It seems. Uriah, it's been a bumpy year for a lot of people, including myself, my family. Right now, though, things are looking very good for me. Um, like I said, I'm not retired. Don't get me wrong. Fuck, I'm not retired, but I've taken a little bit of time off, getting my head right, getting the body rested. I worked for 2 years, working 6 days a week, 13 to 14 hours a day for 2 years. I'm fucking tired, man. Right? I'm fucking tired. My brain is tired. My body is tired. I'm just fucking tired. So I'm just taking a little time off. I'm getting things right with my life. I'm now again. I'm living full time in Alberta. I've got a really good girl. I got to see my kids last weekend, so I things are slowly getting real. Things are good, but they're even slowly getting better. So yeah. But anytime you want to come up here and try to outdrink us, you give it a swing. I'm back, smashing in the back door. Oh, the cunny front kicked in the back door. Uh, Sage, are they Churchills? No, it's an Alec Bradley. It's a Honduran. Churchills are good. I think they're a little overpriced. Be honest with you. I think they're a little overpriced. I'm front. I don't know. No, Sterling, try again. That one didn't work. I thought it was going to be kind of funny, but no, it didn't work. Go back out and come back in and try again. Jeffrey Dahmer's refrigerator. Now we're getting creative. Look at this. I'm back. Damn. Tolga is the legend. Tolga is the legend. He's the legend that makes all of us look like legends. Also, if you folks can click on the share button, you'll see a copy button. Just click on stand on it. It helps the algorithm as well. Absolutely. Tolga, I'm a legend. I'm not a legend. I'm a leg end. There you go. Canada does have some amazing beer, no doubt. Oh, Uriah, come on, man. Come on. Come on. What's the matter with you? Dude, I don't drink. I'm a recovered alcoholic. Okay? That is how good the booze is here. It makes you an alcoholic. That's how good it is. Come on, come up and try it. You will leave here an alcoholic. I promise. You will leave here an alcoholic. Canadian Special Old is also a nice whiskey too, but I'm surprised even the Canadians don't know it much. We know it, we just don't drink it. It's not that good a whiskey. There are much better. Crown Royal is Canadian whiskey. That is probably one of the better ones. It's not the best. Um, 40 Creek is probably one of our premier whiskeys now. It's winning world awards, and it's just out of it's made and distilled just out of Stony Creek, Ontario. Started out as a little distillery, and they are that whiskey is winning awards. And again, I never tasted it. I've never tried it because I don't drink. I've been sober for over 30 years, so I never got a chance to try it out. But damn, it's funny, eh? Okay, Robert, I'm going to ask you something here because I know what you're doing. You're listing off the names of the pubs, right? Now in Canada, obviously, because we have a very large British contingency here, we have a lot of British pubs. Some of them are like truly authentic, where like somebody who had a British pub over in England came over here and brought the same, basically made the exact same pub. So it's a true traditional English pub. And they're always called play things like the Cock and the Pheasant, the Coach and the Four, the Coachery, or something like that. They always like here the Tap and Spile, the Green Dragon, the Black Moor Head, the Golden Ball, the Lion, the Elephant. It's always the. Why is it the? Why is it always a the? Answer that for me. I really want. I really want to know. Glad you got time you need. Hopefully, you will be back on the road in a little time. I will be going to greeting with CDL this year and have a baby on the way. Uriah, congratulations. Congratulations on the baby. Actually, fuck you. Not congratulate your girl. Believe me, she's doing all the heavy lifting. You ain't doing shit. You did about fucking 45 seconds of hard manual labor, and she's gonna carry it from there. So you go, Uriah. You go tell your girl that we all said congratulations to her. You can sit there and be the proud daddy and put that great big shit eating grin on your face, but you know goddamn well, son, that you didn't do nothing. You were just a donor. Black Velvet, it's cheap whiskey. Oh, is it ever cheap, dude? It is horrible whiskey. I've never been addicted to anything my whole life. I like to drink time to time, but my biggest hobby is observation, the process of the brewery. Yeah. Hey man, that's great. I'm trying to get sober, but I really like my whiskey cokes. Uh, you're both like it's one of those things. Either you want to get sober or you don't. Either you want to get sober or you don't. If you want to, then you take the steps and go forward and get yourself sober and clean. If you don't, then that means you're not ready. Then you don't, and you just keep carrying on. When you finally bottom out and you just can't take it anymore, you can't go any farther. That's when you'll know you're not. You're just not there yet, my friend. You're just not there yet. I'm a mean drunk. That was my problem, Tyrannus. By nature, by nature, I'm not a nice person. I've had to work all these years to be the mild mannered fucking maniac that you guys know now. But back then, and even after I got clean and sober, I was, my by nature, I'm not a nice guy, right? I have no problem hurting somebody. I have no problem, uh, being mean. And when you add liquor or fuel that up with a couple of rails, I get even worse. I get even worse. And you know, my attitude and my meanness or whatever, or my mean streak, has gotten me into some pretty bad spots. It's gotten me into some pretty bad spots. This is excellent to hear that Uriah. And yeah, there you go. Like I said, though, don't be patting Uriah on the back too fucking hard. His old lady's doing all the hard work. Uriah, all I'm going to do is the only piece of advice I'm going to give you, Uriah, is this. If you're going to be in the delivery room, and I hope you are, because, being there at the birth of one of your children, there's nothing else. I've been there. Okay. There's nothing else in the world that can replace that. Okay. It's absolutely fantastic. But when she's laying there and they're telling her to push and everything like that, I want you to stay up here on her side. Hold her hand, rub her head. Do not look at what's going on down there. Do not do not watch the entry of life process, because it's simply like this. And this is the best explanation I ever heard. Somebody told me the same thing, and I've heard it in a joke once or twice. It's like watching your favorite fast food restaurant burn to the ground. It will never be the same again once that baby comes through there. Now, I'm not being gross. I really, truly am not, but I'm telling you the truth. You do not want to watch that process, because you will never be never be able to look at it again the same. It's not to say that it's not gonna be good and you can't have, da 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 da. But the best analogy I ever heard was it's like watching your favorite fast food restaurant burn to the ground, man. So there we go. 45 seconds. It was about 30. Yeah, yeah, that was the best 30 seconds of your life. Best 30 seconds of her life. You did 30 seconds of work and needed 8 hours of sleep. Good morning, Craig. Damn good to see you, man. Thanks for hanging out with us this morning. We're all celebrating Uriah. He's going to be a father. So everybody, start throwing your words of advice on how to be a good father at him. Put Keir Starmer's head on the picture over the door and call it the King's Dick. Oh, there you go. I hate Charles. I don't know how you guys are tolerating that, uh, uh, Robert. I really don't. I cannot. That man doesn't even have to talk. All I got to do is see a picture of him, and my skin crawls. There's something wrong with that guy. There really is. There really is. Hey, I was watching your live stream yesterday. Yeah, I know you were. It was great to have you here yesterday. It was great to have you here again today. Thank you very much. Mia Hepworth, give me a shout out, please. There you go. Just got it. That first one's free though, Mia. You want another one? You got to drop $5 into a super chat. What do you think I do? You think I'm not working right now? You think I'm doing this for free? Let's go. Pony up. I'm just kidding you. I don't want your money. I'm just kidding you. And besides, when you throw super chats at me, YouTube takes 30% of it. There you go. What a ripoff. This is my first. It's your first baby. Um, dude, I've witnessed the birth of three of my kids. I have six. I witnessed the birth of three of them. I have four that are biologically mine and two that are adopted, but they're all mine anyway. So, but so I've witnessed the birth of three of them, and it's phenomenal. It's one of the greatest things I've ever seen in my life, and I've seen a lot of really cool shit in my life. But watching one of your children enter the world, nothing else like it in the world. I'm getting famous with these back to back lives. I don't think we're getting famous. Maybe notorious. He's a great. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Very cool. If he hits 400 subs, he's going to do 30 backflips on the live. 400 subs. I think I'm up around 11,000 something subs. That reminds me of a joke. What don't you do when walking a tightrope and getting a blowjob from an old granny? You don't look down. I hear you, Robert. You know, when you're getting a real nice Hummer, there's nothing quite like, you look down. Oh, yeah. Oh, look down. Oh, yeah. You look down. I don't know if you want to look down, especially on a tightrope when you got grandma up there, eh? There we go. We got 1 pound. Honey Fun threw a pound at us, man. So a pound, I don't know what the conversion is. It's probably about $1.50 Canadian. You guys pound is fucking crazy. I think you guys are almost on par with the American dollar, right? The American dollar, I think, is $1.49 or something like that. It's fucking crazy. I can remember a day back in the day where the American and Canadian dollar were almost on par, right? It was almost on par, and from where I grew up as a kid, it was worth it for us to drive over into Buffalo and do all our back to school shopping and all our shit because the dollars were at par, but your prices of your stuff over there was so much cheaper than ours. Bless your heart. Look at Tyke. Look at Toga. Ah, Tyke, bless your heart. The pound is worth more. Yeah, I think it is. Well, I not I think it is. I know it is. I'm just not sure what it's worth. If I know Tyke, he's probably checking it out right now. What's going on, Justin? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. A dollar a pound is a dollar 81 Canadian. Camille, holy fuck! I just made 81 cents. I just made 81 cents on Cunny Fun. Thanks. Thank now. Everybody send me a dollar. I don't need. I'll send you back the dollars. I just want the 81 cents. Okay. You send me the pound. I'll send you your pound back, but I'll keep the 81 cents that I made. That's how you. I'm teaching you how to launder money here, folks. If you really want to know how to launder money, yeah, there's ways to do it. Damn good to see you, Justin. Thanks again for popping in. What is the most expensive currency? Does anybody here know? I don't have a goddamn clue. I don't know. I know it's not like the ruble or rupee or the ruble or the fucking what do they have in Japan? The yen? Is that the yen in Japan? I don't know. It's Kuwait's dinar. Is it really? So okay, Tolga, what is a dollar, a US dollar compared to a Kuwaiti dinar? I don't know. Although I wouldn't think a Kuwaiti dinar. I would think that a Dubai. What's the currency they use in Dubai? I would think that like the dollar or whatever it is in Dubai or whatever. I would have thought that would have been a really really strong currency. So one Kuwaiti, let's say, what do they call that? A dinar? Dinar is worth $3.25 American. Yeah, exactly, Uriah. What the fuck? Holy shit! You know what that is, though. Uriah, Tolga, tell me if I'm right. That's oil money. It's just got to be fucking oil money. There's no reason for that. Absolutely no reason for that whatsoever. That's a lot. That's a lot, though. One Kuwaiti dinar is $3.25 US. So that means it's probably like $5 Canadian. That is absolutely fucking crazy. Well, here, Camille, what's the currency in Pakistan? Is it the rupee? What is that? But they had stabilized their currency in the '60s or so. It's just another version of petrodollar. Yeah, so it's oil money. It's oil dollars. That's crazy. Pakistani is rupees. Okay, that's what I thought. Rupees. When I was a kid, I used to collect different currencies. And I mean, a kid, I was like 9, 10, 11, or that area in there. I used to collect different currencies, and like so, if somebody, if like an Indian family on my street went back to India, they'd bring me some of their coins and some of their bills, and then same with the Pakistani. If there's a Pakistani family, they'd bring me. So and I lost it all in one of my moves when I became a late teenager and I left home. I left home at 17, so I've done a lot of moving, but I lost all of it. Now, I'm not saying there was a lot of money. There obviously wasn't. Probably a couple $100 worth of different types of currencies, but I had the rupees, I had dollars, pounds, sterling, I had all that kind of shit. So yeah, Justin, it is. I uh, I ended up I ended up with a whole whack of these. Um, More than I probably wanted, really, but I ended up with a whole shit ton of them. So I'm gonna like I've got the you guys have seen it. I've got the great big humidor at home. But even still with the big humidor, I gotta smoke them at a quicker pace just because I don't want them to go bad. Okay, I'm lying my ass off. They're fucking really good cigars. These are Alec Bradleys. They're really fucking yummy. They're really delicious. I'm really liking them. I'm really liking them. One like and start of stream, bro fell off. I don't know what you're talking about. Bro fell off. Ah, ah. They are very cheap cigars, but which you know what? Uriah, I'll be honest, I've never smoked one. I've never smoked one. I've never bought one because I wouldn't know which one to buy if they're any good or bad. If say somebody like you smoked it and you smoked them and you said, "Hey, Brian," and we were sitting down, whatever, at a bar, we were in, and you said, "Here, try this. These are pretty good ones," and you offered me one, I would smoke it, but I don't know if I would walk into a fucking into a place and pick one out and then go just because honestly, you're right. I don't know fuck all about them, man. I love cigars. Well, guess what, Taurus? So do I. I love cigars too. You love them, eh? The acid rain. I'll try one out eventually. I might actually. They're not that expensive. You could probably walk in, and they've got a section for them. Most tobacconists got a section for them, and they come in the standard boxes like that. You probably pick one of each one. It might cost me $100. So I don't know. I don't even know what they're worth. What do you pay? What do you pay for one of them, Uriah? I don't know. Lord Yeats, do you like Skabibi toilet? It's my favorite brand. If you don't know, look it up. I don't know, but I do not have a clue what on God's green earth you're talking about. If you're talking about cigars, I have not tried that. That's my dream to collect all country types of currencies at this time. I have two Pakistani and Saudi Arabian. Oh, dude, I've got your address. Why didn't you say so? I'll mail you some money. It won't be a lot. Like I'll mail you a couple of because in Canada we have the dollar coin and we have the $2 coin. Our next bill is a $5 bill, so I'll send you some currency if you want. Mm. Yeah, they're very sweet. Okay. I'm not I'm not big on sweet, okay? That's the thing with the cigar. I'm not. I am more I like the harsher. I like some of the burnt flavors, the oaks, mahogany, shit like that. I like the earthy flavors. I like that. Um, the sweetness, I can't say that I'm a big fan of a sweet cigar. Nice beard. I hope you have a great day. Well, thank you very much. Actually, I didn't fix that. Remember, yesterday I got a wing going on here. My girl laughs at that. She thinks that's hilarious. About 8 to 10 American. I don't know what they would be in Canada. Probably about 12, $13. A woman slept with me. Oh, okay. Hold on. A woman I slept with told me I had the biggest penis she'd ever seen. Turned out she was blind. She was just pulling my leg. Oh my God, you're a poet, Robert. You're an absolute fucking poet. I also have a money stamp collection. Oh, stamp collection. But I'm behaved enough and I don't show them anymore. Well, um, I don't have a stamp collection. My dad has a very extensive stamp collection. I don't know what he ever did with it, if he ever sold it, or if he still got it. I don't know. My dad's 80 now, so I don't have a clue what he did with it. I don't talk to my father. I haven't spoken to him in years, so I couldn't tell you. Have I tried Mayan cigars? No, I have not tried Mayan. I've Dominican, Cuban, Dominican, Panamanian, Mexican, Honduran, Nicaraguan. That's my wheelhouse in there. Those are the cigars that I really like. Did her butt stink? I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know where you've been sticking your nose there, evil spirit. If you don't do the sweet ones, go for blue flavor. What is semi-sweet? You know what? I'll try them all out. You have any time in the New England states? Uh, up in the Northeast? Uh, Joe, I've been up there. I don't make it a habit of taking freight up there only because there's no freight coming back. We usually got a deadhead significant amount of miles. Usually from anywhere up there, you're deadheading back down into like Jersey, New York, over to PA if you fuck in some cases. depending on the time of the season and what's going on. There's freight going up to the Northeast, right? There's freight going up there, but getting a fucking load out of there, man. Unless there's certain areas where we do the areas up there that do pulp and paper and shit like that. But to be on 100% honest with you, um, Joe, it doesn't pay that well. It doesn't. You're almost better off to run fucking empty out of there back down to New York than to haul a fucking load of paper up and down those goddamn hills and make zero. You actually come out losing money on it because what you're going to burn in fuel and what the rate is. It's actually cheaper to fucking deadhead down to New York, maybe get into the port of Newark or something like that and pull something out of there. I hope you try a Mayan cigar. That was the top two. I will try anything. Falcone, I will try anything. If you say it's good, I'll at least fucking try it and give it a shot. I am not a cigar snob. Believe me, I'm not. If you got something out there that I've never tried, I don't give a fuck if it's a $10 cigar. Some of the best cigars are cheaper cigars. People, I said this yesterday. People get this wrong impression in their minds about certain things like cigars and wine, and they equate quality of and with a price point. So, you're smoking a $65 Cohiba. Oh well, that must be the best cigar. Well, you know what? I'd put this Alec Bradley up against any of the Cohibas. Okay, and this is a really good cigar. I would put up any of the Rocky Patels against like Monte Cristos, the number two Monte Cristo, or the Cohibas, or the Romeos. Those are all top of the line Cuban cigars. I'd put any of these up against any of those. Hauling in PA sucks in general. Well, it does, man, because you're always climbing a goddamn hill. Your turbo is always spun out and you're always burning fucking fuel. It's so hard. It's so goddamn hard to make money. If all you do is run PA, New York, PA, that whole part of the country, that whole eastern part over there, all you're doing is climbing goddamn hills all day. Oh my God, Robert's in fine form this morning. Actually, it's afternoon for him. Evil spirit knows, she said, but you smell nice. What do you have on? I said, I have a heart on, but I didn't know you could smell it. Robert's on fire. DOT is the worst area I escorted wide loads in that area. Actually, I think the DOT for me, the worst for DOT is probably New York, Michigan, New York State Troopers and the New York State DOTs. Those fuckers don't have a sense of humor. They really don't. They really don't. They're not they are the FAFO type of people. Fuck around and find out. They really don't have a sense of humor. Michigan as well. Michigan takes their DOTing to the next level. Um, yeah. Kathy Pangborn, good to see you. Say hi. Thanks, Kathy, for coming in, saying hello, giving us your 2 seconds of attention there. I once tried the King of what? I once tried the King of Denmark, a Regal Refinement cigar. It was $4. What is it? $4.50, or is that 4,500? It was nice. If you're smoking a $4,500 cigar, dude, you got way too much money to be sitting around this chat. Yeah, DOT is really bad. Texas and PA probably the worst states to haul in. Now you see, Uriah, I've pulled oversized out of the ports in Texas and never had a fucking problem. I mean, I'm bringing it from Texas all the way back from Houston, all the way back up to say Toronto or say out to Vancouver or something like that. So we're doing long hauls with oversized. Never. Yeah, you can swear, Lily. Go ahead. Say your bad word. Um, Never had a problem with Texas, Arkansas, Missouri, uh, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, anything like that. It's always anytime there's ever been a hiccup about anything, it's always been PA, New York, New Jersey, that kind of shit there. Connecticut, is that where you're sitting around? Connecticut. Ray, Ray, good to see you. Bonjour de France. Alec 22. Was that 22? Alec 22. Bonjour de France. There we go. Lily's on the wall. Look at that. Bonjour, Alex. Ça va? Ça va bien, eh? Actually, if he's speaking French from France, it's a lot different than speaking French in Canada. The French in Canada is almost like a slang to the French people in France. Um, they're similar, but they're not similar. So nice, sir. It'd be very nice to get my hand on Canadian dollar bill, dude. If you can get a Canadian dollar bill, hang on to it. Put it between the fucking pages of your phone book and forget about it. Um, Camille, I'll look for one. I can probably find a Canadian dollar bill. There's no way in hell. If I ever find a Canadian $2 bill, I'm not giving that up. I don't care what it costs. I don't care what it costs to send it to you. Alex, oh, have you already been to France? I've never been to France. No, but being Canadian, we have the province of Quebec, and in Quebec, they parle français. But it's not the same français that you guys have. Right? Alex, if you're from France and you come here, you'd be able to understand what there's actually, they'd be able to understand what you're saying, but their slang is so hard that you may not understand what they're saying. So, uh, it's one of those, you have the proper French being from France. Ours is a derivative. The Canadian French from Quebec is a derivative of yours, and it's got a lot of slang on it. So, bonjour Lily, tu habites en France? No, I don't think Lily's from France. Lily's got to go though. Abigail and Aqua the fish. There's a fucking handle. Look at that name. Get that name. Hi, Alec. Abigail says hi. Alex says okay, whatever. I'm back. Lily, when you come back, you got to write it in all capitals. You got to do it right. You got to write it in all capitals. Mm. Lily, do me a favor and hit the like button, would you? Same with you, Abigail. Go hit that like button. Alex, hit the like button. There you go, Lily. That's how you do it. We got 49 likes. I need one more. I'd like one more. I'd like to see a nice round number up there of 50. We had 108 or 112 something yesterday. We did really well yesterday. Although we're not going to go as long today. We're not going to have as long a stream. We're not going 3.5 hours today. I'm probably going to, my coffee is almost done, and I think I'm going to shut her down after one cigar. Only because, like I said, uh, my beautiful lady is at home and she's got 7 days off. So I kind of want to go hang out with her, and we've got a couple things we got to do today. We got a couple things we're going to go take off and go check out and get some things done. So I've been to France, learned some French, but can't understand them when they speak. Yeah, the French is well. Sorry, hold on. French is one of those languages that, believe it or not, Robert, is not a hard language to learn. It's not. It's a fairly easy language. So if you out of all the languages to learn, right? If you can learn French and Spanish, they're both fairly easy languages to learn. I think Lily's turned on her Google Translate. Hey, I think Google's Google Lily's got Google Translate going. Stop smoking, Unc. I want you to live long. Fart God. I tell you what. I've given up a lot in life. I don't drink alcohol. I'm a recovered alcoholic. I don't do drugs. I'm a recovered drug addict. I don't have any expensive hobbies like boats or hookers or fucking. I don't have 5 girlfriends in 4 countries. All I've got is a little cigar and a good woman at home. So you know what, brother? Throw me a bone. Leave me alone. Just let me smoke my cigar in peace. If it offends you, scroll on by, man. Thanks, James. Appreciate that. Okay, Lily, what states do you live in? But that's just because I don't pay attention. Yes, I do, but I just got Blaine. What am I token on? I'm on token. This is a simple cigar. It's an Alec Bradley. It's a really yummy, really nice, well rolled, well put together, well blended cigar. Ah, yes, I do, but that's just because I don't pay attention in French class. I wish I did. And being Canadian and being a bilingual country, we have two official languages, English and French. And Mystic, this is a Canadian live. We're in Canada. We are not, and we're not in the U.S. And there's a couple other Brits in here as well. So hang around for a bit. Go get your bangers and mash, light your fag, sit down, pour a pint, relax. Don't get your bag all warmed up. Okay? Sit down and relax. If you got one, light it. If it's liquid, drink it. If you can eat it, eat it. Mm. Ryan, being Canadian, well, Ryan, here's the problem. I just said like, I'm a recovered drug addict, right? I've been clean now for 32 years as of last March. So no, I don't partake in any kind of other kind of smoke. Um, Believe me, if I could, I probably would, but, you know, because I'm a recovered drug addict, I'm also a recovered alcoholic as well, so I can't do either of them, and that's fine, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying, "Oh, poor me." I live a great life clean and sober. It's certainly a much better life now than before, uh, so I'm not complaining, though you're getting no complaint from me, it's just that I can't. Well, some people is I got no problem, and this is coming from a guy like I've got 7 or 7, I guess 6, I'm gaining kids here. I've got 6 daughters, and 3 of those daughters use weed medicinally, right? They suffer anxiety, they suffer a couple other minor things that marijuana has done a world of good for. I am the biggest fucking advocate on the planet for weed. Okay. I look at weed, right? I look at weed like I look at like a beer or like any kind of alcohol. I have no trouble whatsoever with weed. Except that I don't smoke it, obviously. But my kids use it medicinally, no, who am I fucking kidding? No, my kids now my kids are all like my oldest kid is 33, my youngest kid is 23, right? So, they're all adults. So it's not for me to say what they can or shouldn't be doing. But for medicinally and for mind's sake, weed has been great for 3 of them, at least 3 of them. The other ones all partake in it, and they all get fun, little funky and get stoned and do the raid the refrigerator and do the, "Hey, man," and that's all funny as shit, but, ah, mm. Been battling with drugs and alcohol for 30 years. Well, James, and here's the thing about that, and there's no gray area here, my friend. It's black or it's white. There's no fucking gray area. So if you're sitting in that gray area and you think you're in the gray area, you're absolutely wrong. Especially if you've been battling for 30 fucking years. I've been sober for 32. I got sober on March 20. My first day of sobriety was March 21st of 1993. I'm 55 years old. I've been sober more than half my life, or cleansed more than half my life. And I don't say that to brag to you, James. I'm saying that this is what's possible for you. Okay, I don't know how old you are, so I don't know. I don't know what's possible for. But I'm telling you, this is what's possible for you. But this is the thing about drug addiction and alcoholism. Okay, There's no gray area. You're not just a you can't be, "Oh, I'm a little alcoholic," or, "I might be a little drug addict." Either you are or you aren't. So if you're battling it, there's only one thing to do. You either stop or you carry on. You can't just piddly ass, go along in life and still do a little of this and do a little of that and do a little more of this and do a little. That's not how it works. It's a battle eventually you'll lose. If you're battling it, that means you're fighting it. That means there's something wrong with it and there's something wrong with you. That means that eventually there has to be a winner, either you or the drug. So what's it going to be? There's no fucking gray area. So either make the decision, give up, or carry on, keep doing what you're doing and know that eventually you're going to lose the battle. That's as simple as it gets, brother. I hit the wall. Right? I hit the fucking wall. It took somebody else for me, it took somebody else to die. Somebody else had to fucking die for me to get the hint that this was enough. I can't go any farther. Because in the walk of life, he was here and I was right there behind him. I was 2 steps behind him and this fucker died. That's what it took for me. No gray area, dude, black or white. That's what you're gonna have to make that only you can make that decision, James. You grow marijuana indoors just to complain about power outages and fires created by them and dead firemen. I don't grow weed indoors. All of my weed is actually grown outdoors. Canada has an excellent climate for growing weed. It really does. So we grow all our weed outside. We do not need to be doing it inside. Medicinal recreational marijuana will keep the price up, so we never build anything out of it or use it for fuel or oil. Construction waste could have been medicine like it was long ago. Eric, that's a good. Actually, it's not, I'm not going to say it's a good point, but it is a valid point. I can appreciate that. I'm still trying to get the place where I don't need weed. You know what, James? I know what I used weed for. I described this quickly yesterday. I used weed not because I wanted to get high. I would use weed to come down off coke. When I'd be out on a real hard bender, we're talking like 4 solid days, no sleep or very little sleep, and you're going balls to the wall. Your ass is on fire, but eventually I would start fucking rolling dubs like they were going out of style, and I just start smoking them like fucking cigarettes to bring me down. Eventually, you're gonna go and crash. Hopefully, when you're just about home in your bed. But that's what I used weed for. If I used weed recreationally, I would be that guy that just sat in the fucking corner, drooling, whatever. Weed didn't really do it for me. I was a hard drug user, uh, usually, cocaine or crack. Weed stopped. Yeah, well, there you go. Weed stopped my nephew's seizures. Weed has done a lot of good. Alex is out. Good to see you. Thanks for coming by. I thought weed was illegal. Am I wrong? I don't know much about it. No, in Canada, you can smoke weed. You can walk down the street smoking a joint. Nobody's going to bother you. You can buy it just about anywhere you want. It's cheap. It's readily available. The most of the weed now that you get at the dispensaries, although I have not smoked it, I can tell you from experience through my children, um, it's pretty good shit. It is pretty good shit. It's not bad. James, you're 43. Okay. Well, you've got lots of life left in you. So figure out which way you want to go with that life. You want a good life? I'm 55. I've been sober 32 years. I am in a much better place here at 55 than I would be. Well, if I would have stayed drugging and drinking, I had one of two places. I'd either be incarcerated without a doubt, or I'd be dead. Those are my only two choices, dude. I'd have been incarcerated or I'd have been dead. Look at me today. I'm a free man, walking free. I can go where I want, say what I want, do anything I want. I make a comfortable living. I've raised a good family. For the most part, I'm a decent man. I don't have a target on my back. That's because I've been clean and sober. So anyway, get back to Lily Mae. No, you can get weed anywhere here. From where I'm sitting right here, there's a fucking dispensary right there. There, right there. At the very end of that building is a weed dispensary. So that's how close. Well, you can't even see. Fucking turn the camera around, dummy. Huh. So there, at the end of that building there, right? See that right there? That last building right there, where that red car is. That's a dispensary. So that's how far it is. I could literally walk over there right now and buy weed. Mm. Stephanie, good morning. Great to see you. Ric Flair drip. Are you religious? No, I'm an addict to alcoholic. Well, first step is knowing that. There you go. You're off to a good start, brother. I'm just holding the phone out here just for a second, just to let it cool off again. I don't want it to overheat again. Now I don't have any heat on. The car's not on. I got nothing going on here, but the sun's coming right in. It's hitting the phone. It's black. So good morning. Yeah, again, good morning, Seth. Stephanie. Robert. I've been sober half my life. Then at 11 o'clock p.m., I'm not. Okay. I stopped drinking because of my diabetes. I stopped smoking pot before I started trucking. Well, flatbed, well, if you're anything like us, like our companies up here, we're susceptible to random drug testing. So you can't, and the thing with THC is it stays in your system for just over 30 days. Like, here's the funny thing, eh? Flatbed, you and me could walk into the place, walk into the whorehouse, break out a couple lines of coke, run it across some hooker's ass, do a couple lines of coke, drink our faces off, have a really good weekend. 3 days later, you could pass a piss test, right? A drug test, but with all that coke you just did. Yet, if either of us were to smoke a joint, you'd fail a fucking piss test for 30 fucking days. That's how long THC stays in your system. Cocaine, 3 days. THC, 30 days. Appreciate what you said, brother. You know what? Keep trying. That's the other thing. That is the absolute other thing, James. Okay? That is the absolute try. If you fail, you fail. Try again. If you fail, very few people, very few people are successful on their first attempt at getting sober or getting clean. Very, very few. The numbers are very rare. It very rarely happens. If you try and you fail, if you try and you can get like 2 or 3 days and then you fall off the wagon, try again. If you try again, you get 5, 10 days and fall off the wagon, then fucking try again. Right? Keep going. It's your fucking life you're saving. You're not saving my life. You're not saving your wife's life. You're not doing it for your wife. Don't be doing it for your kids. Don't be doing it for your grandma. Don't be doing it for your fucking dog. You got to be doing it for you. Eric Starr, sober for 8 years. You got to want it for yourself. Absolutely. Unfortunately, that meant rock bottom is necessary for the most part, and that's the part that hurts. And everybody's got it. Eric, you know as well as I do. Then everybody's got a different bottom, right? My rock bottom was horrible. Somebody had to die. Somebody died. Somebody fucking died because of me, or partly because of me. And no, I didn't kill anybody. Don't get me wrong, but somebody had actually died partially because of me, and that was my rock bottom, right there. That was my bottom. I was done. Hi, I'm back, bro. You are listening to some what? Are you listening to some music on those AirPods? No, actually, I'm using them as a microphone for this. Please put some background music for ambience. We're not allowed to do that or we get copyrighted, right? I can't play music in the background because YouTube will copyright it because then I have to pay whatever song. If 10 songs come on, let's say Leonard Skinner's Freebird comes on, I'll get copyrighted. YouTube will copyright it. So we're not allowed to do that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, good on you, Flatbed. I agree with Tolga there. Don Hamilton, hey buddy, good to see you, man. Maybe I just moved there. James, here's the thing about drug addiction. It doesn't matter where you go, you always take you with you. Doesn't matter where you are, get yourself straight. Get yourself fucking tuned up and get yourself straight. You don't changing location won't help you. It will not fucking help you. Wherever you go, you take you with you, which means you take your problem with you. Don't do it. I need some ganja. Well, Don, you go get it, son. Roll it, light it up, and let us know how good it is. What's the price of marijuana in Canada? You can get a gram for $10, $8 to $10. A lot of the dispensaries they'll do deals, right? They'll do deals. You buy 2 grams instead of $10 a gram. You'll get it for fucking first one's 10, the next one's 8, and it's so forth. It's not expensive. It's not overly off the moon. The reason they had to make it reasonable is because why would I pay fucking $13 or $15 for a gram of weed from a dispensary when I can go up the fucking street and talk to my boy Bobby and get a dime for fucking $10, right? So the dispensaries and the government actually had to fucking fall in line with the drug prices of the drug dealers. How funny is that, eh? The goddamn government had to fall in line with its drug prices with the actual drug dealers. Otherwise, nobody'd buy it, right? Nobody would buy it. That's a huge cigar. It's not that big. I'll tell you this though. I'll tell you this though, Manelis. It is fucking delicious. We're in the raunchy stage. We're in the really this is the end of this is where it gets really fucking. Most guys throw them out here. I love this. This is the burnt, gross, raunchy stage. I thought weed was illegal. It doesn't. I don't know. It doesn't. It depends on where you live. Really, it depends on where you live. I think in some states, I think weed is still illegal. Obviously, it is in some states. In some states, it's legal in the U.S. Um, in Canada, I don't think it's illegal anywhere in Canada. I think you can buy weed in every province and territory in Canada now. It's not. There's nothing illegal about it. Does France own a part of Canada? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Canada is okay. By me saying this, okay, Don. I'm going to set off Robert Tyke Truckin here. Does France own part of Canada? No. Canada is 100% its own sovereign country with no ownership or backing of any other country. Okay, Robert, go. You can clear weed trace out of your piss with cranberry juice, but it's not out of your hair. Exactly. Well, here they do the hair follicle test, right? Where do you think the bombs will drop? Fucking well, they're gonna first well, in North America, one of the first bombs they're gonna drop is they're gonna drop it in Niagara Falls, and everybody's going, "Why would you drop it on Niagara Falls?" Because they're gonna drop a bomb on Niagara Falls, and you're gonna flood all of the Ohio Valley, all of Indiana, all of Illinois, part of Illinois, all of Michigan, all of top of northern New York, just by dropping one bomb on Niagara Falls. That's what they'll cause that. Okay, the next bombs, who knows where the fuck they're going to be dropping them. Please drop one on Washington and drop one on Ottawa. That's what I'm doing. I've been in and out of rehab and I keep pushing, keep going. I do I too dumb to not to and tough. I have no family really, so I'm doing it for myself. There's only one way to do it. There's only one way to do it, and that's you got to be doing it for yourself. APM Auto, good to see you, man. Are you just popping in here? I haven't seen, or have you been making comments and I just didn't see it? Sorry, bro. Hey there, Brian. Good to see you, Robin. I was waiting for you this morning, but dude, I'm so sorry, Robin. I did not get out of bed on time this morning. I didn't. I couldn't get my fucking lazy ass out of bed for good reason, but I didn't get out of bed. Good to see you. Red Lady's still kicking around. Good to see you, Crystal. Thanks for hanging out with us. Oi, oi, Robin's in the house. Dakota, no. Dakota, no. I don't know. Robin saying hi to everyone. There we go. Miss Karen Manthorm is here. Good morning, Brian and Tech. Good to see you, Karen. Hope you are well this morning. I get an ounce for 200 in Georgia. An ounce for 200. I don't know what we pay for an ounce here. I'll be honest with you. I don't know what they are and what the prices are. I know what the kids are buying, like when they're buying grams and like shit like that. What they get that only because I've gone in while they've done it. I can't smoke weed or pot, but I got no problem whatsoever. You walk into a dispensary, I will sit there like, oh, I love the fucking smell. Oh, James, I love the fucking smell. Oh, oh. Look, I see that. I just got a full body shiver. Oh, I love it. Lynn, it costs a fortune in Ireland. Obviously, it isn't legal here. Well, it's funny because Lynn, when it was illegal in Canada, a gram would cost you $10. Now that it's legal in Canada, a gram still costs you $10. There we go. You know, what can you do? Narc XT21. There we go. Good morning, Wheel Burner. What's going on there, boy? You doing all right this morning? Staying out of trouble? No. Causing trouble? Probably. Having fun doing it? Absolutely. There you go. Yeah, you can't be a dealer because of it. Yeah. Has illegal drug dealing gone down in Canada? You know what? I don't fucking know. I don't know. I would probably say yeah, right? I would probably say yeah. And what's gone up in Canada though is because now we're allowed to grow our own. Right? So because it's not illegal, we're allowed to grow our own, and each household is allowed to have up to 5 plants. Now that's a load of shit because I can tell you right now, my when I lived in Ontario, my last home in Ontario, we had just over an acre of land, and along the back fence and along the property, my kids were growing fucking weed, and like there was more than 5 plants worth of weed at my house. But um, the price point has been fucked and everything because we're allowed to grow our own, right? And if you get good at it, like I've got my middle daughter Brianna, and her uncle Wes, are very good at it. They actually, they learned some of the science behind it, and they started growing their own fucking weed. So why buy it, right? Why buy it? And then once you've got the process done, and then you've got the seeds, and then year after year after year, my kids are growing their own fucking pot. Why would you pay for it if you don't have to? That's why. That's my thinking. Shit's too cheap and high quality. Hayes, you know what, man? I'm going to take your word for it. I really will. I'll take your word for it. The last time I smoked a joint was March 19th of 1993, and I'll tell you this: the weed we had back then was pretty good. It was pretty good. But from what I understand, it's not as good as the shit that these kids are smoking today. Not even close. It's better than drinking. Cuban cigar tastes like chocolate about 20 years ago. Well, it depends on what kind of Cuban cigar you got, right? Depends on, like, I like a good Cuban cigar. Don't get me wrong, I do. Um, but they're overpriced and they're a little overpriced and they're a little overrated. I'm trying to fucking, oh, I can probably put this back up here. Hold on. Sorry. Ugh. Not trying to get you motion sickness. Sorry about that. I like Cubans. I prefer Nicaraguans and Hondurans and Dominicans. Is there such thing as a grade of weed there? Outdoor greenhouse, indoor hydro. Yeah, Blaine, we've got hydro, we've got greenhouse. Um, I've never heard of outdoor, indoor, anything like that. But we've got the big thing here is that all the different strains. Right? They've got a fucking 1,000 different strains that do different things, right? Sleepy time weed, happy weed, this weed, that weed, fucking whatever weed. If you're in the mood, Blaine, if you want to go close the bedroom door and spank one off, they probably got a fucking strain of weed for that too. So it's federally legal in Canada. Yeah, weed is absolutely federally. The reason they finally, well, it got legalized for 2 reasons. 1, Trudeau won the election with it the first time, so that's why it got. He promised to legalize it. And 2, the tax dollars. Now, the tax dollar part of it didn't quite work out as well as the fucking as well as the government had hoped, but, uh, is $10 a gram for the best stuff? Yeah, Blaine, $10 will get you the good shit. James, talk to you later, man. Don't be shy. Come on back anytime. I tried a Cali one. It was so strong. Dude, I don't know. Actually, you want to know something? Yeah, Robin would probably, or I'll make you uncomfortable. He would probably know a lot more about the strains and about where you can, what there is and what there isn't. He would probably know a whole lot more about that than I would. APM, good to see. Of course, good to see you, man. Chemical Valley. That's what you could call Toronto. What you on, Goofy? What the hell? I'm on nothing. Doing okay, Karen. There you go, Brandon. I'm clean 2 weeks of meth, but I've now got a crack. But I'm not laughing at you. If you're fucking serious, I'm not laughing. But come on, it does seem a little ironic, right? You got off meth to get on crack. So now what? You're gonna get off crack to get on blow, and then you're gonna get off blow to get on weed. Then you'll get off weed to get on Jack Daniels. Then you'll get off Jack Daniels to get on Miller or to get on Budweiser, and then you're gonna get off Budweiser to get on Bud Light, and then you get off Bud Light to get on what? Coke, Coca Cola. That's the progression as you come down slowly. I just broke it all out to you there, Brandon. Right? Doesn't get any easier. No, I just got in here. I hope I was having a good day. APM, we're having a great fucking day today, man. Stogie, look at this. I'm even going old school. We got the Dr. Pepper wound up, ready to go for another round. Okay. So Blaine, okay, you're in South Africa. So here you can get outdoor for like $10 for 2 grams at a store, but $10 for 10 grams from a dealer. Huge marrow. Holy fuck. So you're talking about $1 a gram from a dealer? Dude, I'm moving to South Africa. I'm calling my woman right now. Say, pack the house. We're moving to South Africa. I will start dealing drugs again. No problem. James Ryan is getting ripped off, in my opinion. 200 an ounce is crazy. 8 p.m. I don't know what's an ounce worth. I don't know what an ounce is worth in Canada. Probably phone one of my kids and find out. Debt to what is that? Debt TCG. A son of United Auto Workers for 40 years. Ford put food on our table. Ford. If you're part of that group of the auto workers, um, like your dad, your grandfather, your older brother, and all of that. Ford, GM, or Chevy put fucking food on a lot of people's fucking table. Still do, still do to a degree. Hunter, there you go, Hunter. I'm upright and breathing. At it, girl. That's how we like our women anyway. Good Canadian girl. $120 for an ounce for mid grade. So that's not bad. So yeah, he's paying 200, and that's 120 Canadian, right? Remember, Robin's a Canadian, so $120 for an ounce for mid grade and that's Canadian. So if somebody else is paying 200 fucking American, that's like $280 or 200 and yeah, $280. That's fucking ridiculous. Baseball, huh? Yeah, I like baseball. Believe it or not, I'm probably one of the only fucking Canadians that doesn't watch hockey or play hockey. Michigan is crazy cheap, like 60 an ounce on average, can get it for 40. There you go. Why do we not have more fucking weed drug addicts? If you know what, if I would have known that weed was going to be so fucking readily available and so cheap, I'd have opened a munchie store beside every single fucking dispensary. Right? Go get your weed and then pick up your munchies. You don't have to go to the grocery store. Come to see Brian's. This would be Brian's munchie emporium. You're overstimulated, but no, this is just me normal. Believe me, there's no cannabis in me at all. Hey, just in case no one has told you lately, you are absolutely killing it. Hey, man, thanks, Leon. Appreciate that. In life, I'm doing okay. I'm doing okay. I'm doing the best I can with what I got, and that's all of us can hope for. You know, you take the fucking cards you're dealt, and you run with them, and you do the best you can with what you're dealt, man. That's probably why growing will never be legal in the USA. Well, you think about that, right? There's a lot of fucking. There's 345 million people in the United States, and if you guys started growing your own fucking weed, god damn it, what would the goddamn Mexicans and Colombians do, right? Hold on, not like I'm wired enough. I got to get a little more into me here. Mm. What do I think about the 90-day pause? Don, I'm sorry. Did I miss something? 90-day pause. If it has anything to do with politics or anything like that, I've kind of pulled myself out for the last probably the last 4 or 5 days. So if something's going on over the last 4 or 5 days and I may have missed it, and I'm proud of you, Robin. I'm proud of you for doing that, brother. We've known each other enough years now, and I can honestly say that to you, Robin. I'm very proud of you. Stay at it, man. Fucking stay at it. Factories polluting the air. Homer Simpson, it doesn't there's a lot of shit that's polluting the air. You can't blame it all on fucking factories, man. Where are you from? Where are you? I'm in Canada. I'm a Canadian, born and raised. I am a full generational Canadian, meaning my parents are both from Canada. My grandparents are from Canada. Well, my grandmother was a war bride. She was brought home from England after World War II, but my grandfather was Canadian. I live out west. I live out in the western provinces. I am what province? I'm in Alberta. Um, Robin, I'll make you uncomfortable, is also a western boy. He's out in Manitoba. He's as I'm pointing right now. He's right there. He's over there. He's due east. He's two provinces due east. Actually, if I took off in the car right now, what time is it? 10 o'clock. I could be at Robin's place by about 9 o'clock tonight. I can go through the whole province of Saskatchewan and be at Robin's place by 9 o'clock tonight. I'm going to try and quit smoking to help hubby quit. I even gave up red meat to help him. Oh, that's a tough one, man. Giving up red meat. Oh, oh. Not to be an asshole, Karen, but we had some really nice fucking. We had some Alberta steaks. Uh, really, really nice New Yorks. Beautiful. I think one of them was an 8 ounce, and my girl had that one. I had a 10 ounce, and I did them at home. Little mushroom, garlic butter, mushrooms and sautéed mushrooms and red onions, and oh, it was good. Did like a Spanish rice with it. No potato. Did a Spanish rice instead. Oh fuck, was it good? She didn't eat all of hers, so we're gonna go back and when I get back over there this morning, we're gonna finish off the rest of that. Maybe crack a few eggs and do some steak and eggs for a mid morning brekkie. You know what I'm talking about? Sterling Trucking delivers. For all of you that already know who Sterling is, Sterling Wheel was in here earlier. We have a lot of love for Sterling. He is one of our mains on this channel, and he will be respected. He also has a trucking channel, and this is Sterling Trucking Delivers. New video on my channel this afternoon, another one tomorrow morning. So there you go, guys. If you've got nothing going on and you like some good trucking content, go check out Sterling Trucking Delivers. Throw him a sub, throw him a like, throw him your dirty panties. He likes that. I'm telling you, he really does like that. Haha, legend. Need to find me more. Find me that strain. You do that. Weed helps you keep focus in high intensity situations like sparring. When I smoke a little bit and go into the ring, my head is more clear than if I didn't. You know what? I wouldn't think that. Like for me, weed wouldn't like again, it's been a long fucking time, but for me, weed didn't do that for me. It really didn't. Weed dumbed me down. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not claiming to be the sharpest knife in the fucking drawer. I'm not the smartest guy in the fucking world. But I would smoke it if I wasn't on any other substance and all I was doing was sitting there smoking a doob with you and everything like that. Oh my god, like my IQ would drop fucking 25 points right there. Barcelona tan is from Barcelona fan. Sorry, tan. Fuck, get my eyeballs checked, eh? Hi from Albania. Man, you are a long way from here. Albania and Canada are a long way apart. Uh, my email, if this is the real Sean, my email is wheelburnerexpress@gmail.com, dude. It's in my channel. Just go look in my channel. But it's wheelburnerexpress@gmail.com if you want to send me something, if you want to write me something. Should you write an exam after doing ganja? Don, I wouldn't. Well, again, speaking from personal experience, I really wouldn't. Me, I just dumb me down. I could. I've written like when I was in high school. I've written exams absolutely fucking laced out on acid, tripping, just tripping. Don't even have a clue how I passed any of those. Did really well. Passed. Don't know how. Not a goddamn clue. And for a very first time I took my driver's license, like my written driver, I was on coke. 16 years old. I'd done a line of coke, and then when I took the driving exam, or the driver's exam, that was a week or so later. I was not of the right mind either. You're right, but he has to because the kidneys are failing. Yeah, damn it. Uruguay, yeah. 75% of the farmland was used to grow weed for Canadian government. Damn, eh? Damn, how long have I been live for? I don't know. 100, what is 142 minutes, right? 120, 100, so 2.5 hours. So 2 hours and 2 hours and 22 minutes. We got 60 likes, 43 in the chat. Keep it going. I said this wasn't going to be a long one, and we're not. I keep saying, "Oh, we're not going to do a 3 hour da 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 da." Um, but you guys keep them talking, and I've still got coffee here. So as long as you guys want to fucking chit chat, I'll chit chat a little bit longer with you. How's that? Tell you what, this is the deal I'll make with you. Okay, I'll make this deal with you right now. I will light. I will light this second cigar. I will light it and I will smoke it, but I will not finish it. All right? Hold on, I get my cutter out. I will light it and I will smoke it, but I will not finish it. So I will be ending this live before I'm done this stogie. There we go. There we go. Karen, just out of curiosity, Karen, have you been able to secure you guys a place back home? I won't say where you're from or where you're moving to. I will obviously leave that to you. I know you did the other day, but I won't do that to you. But have you guys been able to secure yourself a place back home? And if you have, I'm very curious about the medical care that Alan was going to get back home. Are you going to be able to get the care? Um, is Alan going to be able to get the care required, that like the care better than the or as good as the care that he can get in Ontario? I hope so. I really do. I would very much like to see you guys go home. I really would. I love you and Alan both very much. I really do hope the best for you. Okay. Trapping in South Africa. Sound like a dream, homie. I'd love to go to South Africa. I would. Flatbed trucker, that's how you kick the fucking door open. I'm back at a boy. Thanks for coming back, hanging out with us. I can get a pound for 400 bucks purple kush black market. There you go. Anybody needs some good purple kush, go see Robin. He'll hook you up. Hello from the Czech Republic. Hey man, how the hell are you doing? Again, Czech Republic, you are a long way away from here, man. Czech Republic is a long way away from here. Yeah, I'm third generation union boiler maker. Atta boy. I am third generation. Well, actually, it's kind of funny, right? I like to say that I'm a third generation truck driver because great grandfather, grandfather. Now it skipped my father. My dad was a cop, but then, I had all my uncles that were cops, all my uncles that were truck drivers and everything like that. So am I technically a third generation truck driver? I don't know. Like great grandfather, grandfather, both grandfathers on both sides were truck drivers. And then, like I said, my dad obviously was a cop. Um, but my all a lot of my uncles were all truck drivers. So I don't know. I say that I'm a third generation, and I don't care. If you're not comfortable, whatever, and oh no, you're not, but whatever. Um, it's in my family, right? This is a lot of us. This is all we've done, right? Driving truck, jamming gears, burning miles. This is all we do. Mm. Oh god damn it! For those of you that don't smoke cigars, this is the best. After you toast it and get the impurities out of it, and then you light it and you get those first 2 or 3 really good puffs, fuck me. God damn. Mm. Bro, trapping here is, strictly limited to the gangs, to be honest. The numbers gangs run the whole of our province, 26s, 27s, and 28s. Hubby gets an ounce for 60 bucks. Robin, you gotta move, you gotta follow them. They're getting better deals than you are, bro. How big is maple syrup really? Dawn, up here? Are you fucking crazy? Man, we could pay off probably one of your state's deficits just on our maple syrup industry. Our maple syrup industry and our bacon industry and our beef industry and our oil and gas industry. Oh my God, you guys should be lining up for it. Matter of fact, you fucking pretty much are lining up for it. Maple syrup and the funny thing is the best maple syrup in Canada comes out of Quebec. Right? So, if you go south out of Quebec, you'll either get like parts of Maine, New York, and everything like that. So there are actually Vermont and Maine have really good maple syrup as well. But believe it or not, all of those trees spawned out of Canada, came from Quebec. So we are taking full credit for any maple syrup that is actually made or processed or done in the United States. Field of Steel, love the name, man. Tattoo and piercings. Have you drove a Co before? Sorry, man. I don't know a Co. What is a COE? What is that? You're gonna have to break that down. Maybe I have, maybe I'm not. Maybe it's just something I'm not catching here. I'm a weed addict. Well, I think it's almost impossible to be addicted to weed. Joe Ramajani, USA is expensive. I'm crying. It is expensive. I'm taking hubby back to Nova Scotia, closer to our family. That's the right way to do it. Hi from Saskatchewan. Ike, good to see you from Ike remotely. Good to see you from Saskatchewan. You are one province that way. One province that way. From where I'm sitting right now, I can be in Saskatchewan in about 3 hours. Is Canadian free healthcare efficient? Yes and no. And don't get me wrong, it's not free. We pay for it. We just don't pay for it at the counter when we get it. We are taxed. So it comes off of our tax dollars, and we are taxed. Canadians are taxed very highly. We are very highly taxed. Um, and that pays for a lot of our healthcare. But is it efficient? Probably no different than the US. You go into an emergency room, chances are you're gonna be sitting around unless you are critical or you are it's vitally important. But if you're going in for like a sprained ankle, a busted finger, you got a headache, a nosebleed, fucking, anal drippage, fuck whatever. You're probably gonna sit around for an hour, a couple hours maybe. Who knows? It's been a long time since I've actually had to go to the hospital for anything, knock on wood. Is it more efficient than say the US? I think so. I think so. I've had to go to the hospital in the US. I think so. But it is nice that, I can go to the hospital right now for open heart surgery, have the surgery, go into recovery, spend a week in recovery, da 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 da, leave and go home, and I'll never see a bill. That would be $1 million. They'd be handing me a bill for $1 million in the US for something like that. In Canada, and they'll never hand you a bill. The only thing they'll hand you a bill for might be is if you had to take an ambulance. Like our healthcare doesn't cover an ambulance ride, and it doesn't cover like if you break your leg and you need crutches, you have to buy the crutches, that type of shit. But the medical services itself, you'll never see a bill for. It does need to get revamped though, because like this is an example, right? There are certain things that are not covered by our medical, right? By our thing. For example, like addictions, like if, for example, like say James wanted to check himself into a rehab center here, you pay for that, right? But there's other things covered f- by um, that are covered by the system don't make any sense. Like for example, okay, so here's another example: cosmetic surgery. Say you have a facelift, that's not covered. That's you pay for that, right? Say you have a nose job, or you have lipo, or you have fucking anything like that. You pay for that out of your pocket. That does you guys, the government or the OHIP or whatever, the government doesn't pay for that. But if you are a trans and you are transitioning from male to female or female to male, they'll pay for that. Not to put down the trans community. Don't get me wrong. That's not what I'm doing here. Okay. Um, but at the end of the day, that's still a cosmetic surgery. It's still a cosmetic surgery. So, and they'll pay for the therapy or whatever, or the drugs and all so they'll pay for that, but they will not pay for, like, say, lipo or anything like that. So it's kind of funny. They do have some things they need to work out, but bang me in and out. But my producers denied selecting the song. I wonder why. I'd listen to it. We do grow our own weed. A lot of people do. Where I'm living now, we don't grow any weed right now. But my last place, and I think my kids up in northern Alberta, I think they're growing it, or they're going to be growing it this year. If they may have already planted it. I don't know. Karen, that's awesome. That'd be good for both. I think it'll do a world of good for Alan. I really think it'll do a world good for Alan to get out of there and get back home. 90-day pause on tariffs, I guess. Was there a 90-day pause on tariffs? That would be a good thing. It wouldn't be a bad thing, ex- except for China. Well, that's where the fucking tariff should have gone to China. China should have taken the tariffs. Taiwan should have taken the tariff. You got tariffed. All that kind. You don't tariff Canada and Mexico, your two largest fucking trading partners. I'm smoking like a chimney. Well, hey, smoke them if you got them, baby. Yes, you're right. And with hubby on the transplant list, I will have to support. But I will have support back there. Okay, that's what I was wanting to know. Like you're going to be okay. You guys are going to go there. You've obviously got family there. Things will work better for you there. Like the medical facilities are going to be on par. You guys will be all right. That's more what I was more concerned with. Angela Lovins, can I ask you a question? Man, I'm so far behind in the comments. You've probably asked it 3 times, but yeah, sure, go ahead. Well, damn, I got munchies now. Well, I'm getting the fucking munchies fucking talking to you guys all about the weed, and I don't even smoke the goddamn shit. I just had an old lady go by me. See that car go by me? She just gave me the old stink eye. She gave me the old stink eye. Puff, puff, pass. There you go. I'm going to do me, guys. I'm just going to actually, hold on. Actually, Trump is talking about buying Canada. Yeah, you don't have enough money to buy Canada. You guys don't have enough money to buy yourselves. You vote for Trump? Fox, I can't vote for Trump. I'm Canadian. James Chambers, East Tennessee here. Beautiful part of the country, man. Uh, beautiful, beautiful part of the country. Uh, Tennessee, Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama, all that area, that heartland area down there. Love it. Love it. I've trucked for I don't know how many times I go through all those parts, or I haven't done it lately, but over the years I've trucked through all those parts. Love it. I heard Canada pays their citizens. No, Angela, you heard wrong. It's citizens pay their citizens is what it is. We'd keep me focused also. I do my best pressures wells when I'm on the devil's lettuce. It never worked that way for what's the difference between Canada and the US? Well, first of all, our healthcare, right? Our healthcare is um I would also say obviously our populations, there's 345 million Americans, there's only 45 million Canadians, right? Think about that, Don. There is the same amount of people in the state of California as there is in my entire country, right? Um, our air is a lot cleaner up here. Our land is a lot cleaner up here. Um, there's a lot of differences. Canada has the most freshwater lakes in all of the world. We have the world's largest freshwater beach. That's Wasaga Beach, but not Wasada Bay. Um, there's a lot of what is the biggest difference? I would honestly say the personalities. Canadians are a lot more laid back. Americans are always in such a goddamn hurry to you're always in a hurry to get there. Where? I don't have a fucking clue, but you're in a hurry to get there. You're always, get out of my way. I'm important. I have to get there. Canadians are very much more laid back. They're I'm not going to say they're necessarily friendlier because I know a lot of Americans that are very friendly, but um, Canadians are, yeah, we'll get there. Yeah, we're coming. Don't worry about it. Yeah, good to see you. Americans are hustle, 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 hustle. Um, that's a big difference. It's the speed of life of which you guys live compared to which we live. Um, our lives are not in such a big hustle and bustle as where you guys are. And again, don't get me. I'm Don. I'm not saying I'm not labeling every American that way. I'm not, but you're just talking like in general population. What's your favorite cigar? The Rocky Patel 25 year. Fantastic cigar. The Alex, give that a try. Leon, I'm from South Africa. Right on. We already have Canada's Alaska. You can have it. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to quickly, Angela, sorry, I was so sorry to ask. Don't be sorry. I'm going to quickly, just because I'm so far behind, I'm just going to, okay, 2 4 is back. I'm just going to quickly go and just scan real quick the comments, see if anything quickly jumps out at me, and I'm just going to try to catch up on the comments here a little bit. Smoke more. I'm working on it. I'm paying 25 bucks an ounce. Okay. It's not free to pay out there. Yeah, exactly. We pay for it out of our checks. Mm. Holy fuck, am I really that far behind? God damn it. I got to be like an hour. An hour. D Rose 187, Toronto. You're from Toronto? I won't hold that against you. Here we go. Here we go. We're all caught up. Sorry, guys. I got, you know what? It's hard to, when you've got a chat that's moving as quick as you guys do, right? There's usually anywhere between 30 and 50 of yous in here, and you guys are fucking chatterboxes. So it's hard to keep up with the comments. It really is. When I've got the studio, or when I was set up at home and I've got the stream yard and everything, it's a little bit easier. But when you're sitting in a fucking car with a stogie and you're watching, you're doing this, the comments just go zing, 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 zing. Just call. All right, you're heading out. Take care. Hey, man. No, you know what? We'll see you tomorrow morning, baby. See you tomorrow morning. Come on back. We'll see you tomorrow morning. Phil, greetings from Orange, California. There you go. Orange, California. Now, I got to ask you, Phil, let me ask you something here, buddy. Let me ask you if you're still in here. If actually, let's find out. Phil, if you're still in here, let us know you're still here. See you tomorrow. Yeah. Tomorrow afternoon. You big muffin. Oh, big muffin, eh? Careful. Okay, so you're still here. Okay, so you're a California boy. I get that. My question to you, and I'm not asking you political affiliation. There's no politics involved here. Okay. But California is always on the front line of everything to do with the green initiatives, right? California is always at the fucking at front foremost of everything to do with green initiatives. Um, but I think what California does is they know what they want, they know what they think, but they don't look at the forward. They're not forward. The politics or the politicians are not forward thinking enough to actually see and make sure that it's something that's feasible that can be done. So, as a citizen of the state of California, can you agree or not agree with a lot of the initiatives that the government of California puts forward? Right? Because let's face it, the government of like the government or the state level government of California are able to do pretty much whatever they want. They don't necessarily need the people's permission to do it. So there could be something that everybody in the whole state of California goes, fuck that. We don't like that. And the government's going to go, well, too fucking bad, we're doing it anyway. So, do you find that that is a way of life in California? Does the Democratic government, and it is because it's a Democratic government, right? The Democrats run California. It's definitely a blue state. Does the Democratic government overreach and overstep its boundaries as per what its citizens of the state want? That's a long fucking question. Try to give this a short answer. And I'm not being an asshole, and I'm not picking you out. I'm just asking you a question. That's all, dude. Hello from Cabin Creek, West Virginia. Oh, May 21. Again, another one of my favorite states to drive through. Oh, let me fucking tell you. Love West Virginia. Virginia 81. You run 81 from Canada. right down through New York, PA, Maryland, West Virginia, Virginia, all the way down. Oh, baby, some of the best country, but some of the best country you could drive through. Mm. Jose Rodriguez, sup, brother from Toronto. Love your videos. Hey, man, thank you, Jose. Thanks for tuning in from Toronto. It's hopefully a city that I probably won't have to be driving through anytime soon or in the immediate future. Now that I'm officially an Alberta resident and citizen of the great province of Alberta. Um, but if you're living there and you're breathing it and you're there, fuck man, good on you. When Australia declared independence, they made a universal healthcare system. I was not aware of that. 12:30 a.m. here for me. Is that a coincidence? 12:34 a.m. for me. That's a coincidence. It's 10:35 a.m. for me here. So you are what, 14 hours ahead of me. 14 hours ahead of me, and you're still going. Damn it, boy. 11:35 in Manitoba time. You're in, well, Robin, you're an hour ahead of me. 20, eh? Living in the Philippines. Man, the healthcare reform is good, and I believe that it's good for the country that adopts it, contrary to what they make you think. Okay. All right, got ya. I'm trying to squeeze every last fucking drop of coffee out of this thing I can. It was good coffee. Mind you, I don't think I've ever had a bad coffee. It was rise, what, from colonialism? What the hell are you talking about? Oh, sorry. My apologies. Yeah. Cheers. It's 10:35 and obviously I don't drink. But if I was drinking and it was a beer, it's beer o'clock for me. 10:35 in the morning is always a good time to drink. I would be drinking by 10 o'clock in the morning. So I don't drink, but let's pretend. So if you're drinking, get your drink on. I'll do the Dr. Pepper. You guys can do the fucking Budweiser. Ugh, son of a bitch. Hi, can I please have a shout out? My name is Ollie. Well, Ollie, there you go, baby. There's your shout out. Toronto would have been 30 minutes ago where he is. Cheers to Dr. Pepper. You got it, eh? Yeah, well, it's funny, eh? Because BC is an hour behind. So in BC, it's 9:37. Here it's 10:37. Where Robin is in Manitoba, two provinces over, it's 11:37. In Ontario, it's 12:37. And then you got to go all the way out to fucking New Brunswick, right? Where it's 1:37. 2-4 is doing Coors Light. Oh, what's the matter there, 2-4? It was a little too strong the night before. Coors Light. We won't tell anybody that you're Canadian, all right? We won't tell anybody that you're Canadian and you're drinking Coors Light. You'll catch the stream tomorrow. You need to sleep. Hey, man, go get your sleep. You can never get enough beauty rest. At least that's what my woman tells me. I look at her. She's like, "I'll go to sleep. You need more beauty rest." It's like, all right, baby. It's 12:38. 11:23. That's pretty cool, man. You guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Pop in tomorrow. Say hi. I will do my best. I will do my best to be out of bed at a reasonable hour tomorrow morning. Okay. I really would like to see the sunrise. I enjoy that. Coors dog, you're my daddy. Do Coors dog piss? Yep, I got it. Believe it or not, like I've been sober for 32 years, but they had Coors and Coors Light when I was drinking, and I couldn't get it into me. Either. I couldn't get the Coors or the Coors Light. Couldn't get either of them into me. Horrible shit. Horrible fucking shit. And then it got bought. It didn't get bought out. But Coors and Coors Light are actually made by Molson's. Is it Molson's? Robin, is it Molson's or Labatt's that makes Coors and Coors Light in Canada? It's not the same Coors Light. If you drink Coors Light in Canada, you're not getting the same Coors Light as you get in the U.S. And I say this, and not because I'm Canadian, but it's better. It's better. If I was going from Fort Erie down to Raleigh, North Carolina, um, I would take the 290. I would from Fort Erie. You can either run the 90. It's a toll road, right out of Buffalo. You run it east over to the 380, I think it is, down south to the 80, over to the 81. You can run the 81. It'll take you pretty much right down into Raleigh. Um, or you can take the 219 if you want to feel if you feel like you want to burn some fuel, you can run the 219. You'd have to go a little bit west out of Buffalo. You can grab the 219 south. You can run that all the way down um, to the 80, or what is it? The 80 down there? Excuse me. It's been a while. I gotta fucking pay attention. I haven't. But there are other some. If you feel like climbing hills, take the 219 down. If you don't feel like climbing as many hills, take the 90, run the toll road over to the 380. I think it's just around Syracuse, not Syracuse. Sorry, Rochester. And that'll take you south. Um, and from there you can get you get on the 80. Then you take the 15 down there down to Wilkes-Barre or Williamsport. Williamsport or Wilkes-Barre? Williamsport. You take that down to Williamsport. Then from there you can make the call over to the 81, and then you can do the. That'll take you, like I said, pretty much down to Raleigh. Frank, we have French too in Louisiana. Funny though, the French in Louisiana is closer to the French in France. Is it more? It's more like to traditional French, like it is in France, than it is like we have in Quebec here in Canada. Um, it's like a colonialized Frank. It's like a colonialized French, if you know what I'm talking about. It's fucking close to water. Yeah, Coors Light, absolutely. Coors Light, all close to water. 68 in Maryland. Damn, you're doing all right. You're doing all right in 68. I don't know what's the temperature here. Hold on. I got 8. I got 8 degrees. Coors Light in Canada is definitely different than the US. I tested this in Vegas. Yeah. Um, I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, I'm pretty sure I think it's Molson's that makes it up here. I would say our franchise are far weirder than Canada's French. Oh, Frenchies, your Frenchies. Yeah, well, you mix your Louisiana and your voodoo and your craziness of the state of Louisiana, and you mix that up and you throw a little French in there. Yeah, you guys are a little batshit fucking crazy down there. Now that's good. I'm talking good batshit crazy. Like that's the fun batshit crazy. That's when I go down there. That's the type of batshit crazy I want to play with. You guys are awesome. I've been down to New Orleans 1,000 fucking times. How do you make antifreeze? You take away her blanket. Ah, come on. Pudding cat do better. So why would it be bad for Canada to become a state? Economically, it would. Economically, it would probably benefit both countries. It would definitely benefit the U.S. more than it would benefit Canada. Don't get me wrong. Right? The biggest benefit Canada would get would be 100% military protection. But from an economic standpoint, the Americans, you guys would fucking clean up, right? Because think about this, Frank, right? We are number 3 in the world for oil and gas. And you guys are going to get all of that for nothing, right? Lumber production, right? I think we are number 2 in the world for lumber production, which you guys buy fucking 75% of it. So you would benefit very, very well from that. Um, and then, of course, we got the province of Quebec. So we got strippers and poutine, or poutine as you call it, but it's poutine, right? So why wouldn't you want us? Yeah, it's Molson's. I kind of thought so. I don't want my, but you know what? You're right, and that's the other fucking thing. Um, here's an example. Okay, I don't want to give up being a Canadian. I'm a Canadian. I don't want to become an American. Just like an American, you don't want to become a Canadian. You wouldn't want to become a Mexican or a Panamanian or whatever. You're American. You're born, you're raised, you're proud of your country, you're proud of yourselves, you're proud of your heritage, you're proud. So am I, no different. Right? So why would I want to become an American? That's the biggest fucking hurdle. It's the economics, yes, but it's the people that are living here. There's 45 million of us that why would I want to be an American? There's no big benefit to being an American for me. Right now, for example, if you want to leave Canada alone as a country and take the United States as a country, if you want to remove the border so that for business purposes only, there's no border to cross and it's a 100% free trade and whatnot like that. But Canada is still its own sovereign country and maybe go to one currency like they do in Europe. They got the euro, right? So there's all those countries that use the one currency. So let's just say, for all intents purposes, we had the Canada and the US, they kind of merged in that way. Canada is still Canada, US is still US, but they use one currency. Let's just say the US dollar. That I might agree to. That I might agree to because that would be beneficial. We'd have the economic security. You guys would have the economic security as well. All of that kind of stuff would happen, would be beneficial. We would keep our health care. But do I want to become an American? No, I don't. Do I? Yeah, I like this. Lawton rules. I like that. Yeah, I want to keep my resources. Exactly. I want to be able to afford things. Again, dude, I can't disagree with anything. Yeah, there's 45 million of us, and it's like the state of California. It's right, Frank, but there's 45 million of us scattered from one end of the country to the other. Our country is so fucking big. I could walk for fuck. I could start walking right now in that direction. I could walk for 5 days and not see another person. Right? I like that. I really like that. Rose in Province. Hello, sir. Good to see you, Rose in Province. Thanks for coming in. I would not be proud to be an American, even if I am a state. You know what, Lawton rules. I'm very comfortable and I'm very proud to say that I'm Canadian. Good Crusader. 38 million Canadians, 51st state. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna happen. It ain't gonna happen. Trumpy Trump talks a good talk, but first of all, you can't even if you wanted to amalgamate Canada into the US, you can't afford it. You don't have the currency. You don't have that amount of money. Our natural resources alone would bankrupt you if you tried to buy them. You just don't have it. So, what are your options? You're going to work it off in trade? Fuck that. You guys buy way more stuff from Canada than we buy from you. You import more Canadian goods into the United States than Canada imports from the United States. So how is that going to work? You can't buy us off in trade. You don't have the hard currency to pay us to buy the country. Just our natural resources alone would fucking kill you, would bankrupt you. So what are you going to do? Send the military up and fucking take us over by force? I don't think so. That's not going to happen. You're not going to do that because then you're going to have 45 million people that are going to fight back. What's the sense in that? Why take over a country that doesn't want to be fucking taken over? You're going to take over 45 million people just for our natural resources? Come on. A good point, Frank. Very good point. Well, Lawton rules, they wouldn't have, they wouldn't, it wouldn't be the 51st state. It would probably be broken up. Like they would keep all the provinces, call them states, and there's what, 10 provinces and 3 territories, right? So there's 13 more states they'd have to add, right? So, but Frank, I agree with you. USA wouldn't manage it. The same they don't manage California. Exactly. Mahadi, I am Indian. Congratulations, sir. I am Canadian. I want USD and right to carry. Um, I would like all of that. I would like to. I wouldn't mind the U.S. denomination, the currency. Um, but would I like Canada's gun laws to change? Absolutely. If I was allowed to have conceal and carry, um, 2-4, I'd be carrying. I know you would too. Robin probably would. God's in the house. What did you say? What did I say? I don't know. Canada is Indian, another province. It might be one day. As a Canadian myself, I say that I don't want to be part of America. No, I'm quite content. I really am. Lawton rules. I'm quite content to be a Canadian. Just a Canadian. We need to stop crying over the tariffs. I don't know who's crying over them, but nobody in here is crying over them. Um, I think the biggest crybabies right now over all the tariffs are the politicians. Why? Because everybody's getting fucking butthurt. Why? Because they're looking at their fucking gravy train dry up. So what happens when America stops buying Canadian goods? Thinking Canadian could bankrupt America is delusional. I'm not saying, hold on. Here, let's do this, Frank. Let's do this, okay? Let's just say the border closed tomorrow, right? It's Friday tomorrow. Just say the border closed tomorrow. There is no trade. The Americans stop importing into Canada, or out of Canada into the U.S. and Canada stops importing into Canada, right? So we are not buying anything from you, and you're not buying anything from us. What is the result of that, Frank? Here is the result of that. Okay, you need our natural resources. You don't have enough, and you have no other way to get it. If we stop shipping, this is one example. If we stop shipping Canadian lumber to the United States, it would cripple your building and economic building industry, construction, building, all of that kind of stuff would be absolutely crippled inside of fucking a week. Okay. All of our natural gas, if we shut down all the pipelines and did not ship a single fucking drop of oil to you guys again buy 75% of all Canadian oil. Why? Because you don't produce enough for yourself. Your country's too fucking big. You do not produce enough oil and gas to support yourselves. Canada, on the other hand, does. If we had to stop importing from the United States, okay, everything that we as a country need to survive, we can support ourselves with. We can produce our own oil and gas. We make enough, more than enough to support ourselves and still sell it off. If we don't sell it to you, we can sell it to our third world country. All of South America buys our oil and gas as well, and they pay a lot more for it than you guys do. The United States does. So we could turn it around and use all of our own oil and gas and support ourselves. All of our own lumber, whatever we don't use, again, we can turn around and sell. A lot of the stuff that we import from you, okay, we don't necessarily need. We just do it because it's cheaper. It's cheaper than doing it ourselves. But if we had to, we can. We just don't. I say you, but the Americans, on the other hand, can't. You don't have it to do. You've got such a population of 345 million people in such a setup in such a way that you can't support yourselves with your own lumber. You can't grow trees that fast. You don't have enough land to do it anymore, right? Same with your oil and your gas. Same with your let's just say your livestock. Yes, don't get me wrong. You guys got the vast, cattle and done in Texas and Kansas and Montana. And yeah, I'm telling you right now, we got a whole lot more land up here and we got way more cattle than you got. That's just fact of life, man. Right? So if the border closed right now and we had to, yes, Canada would take a hard hit, you guys would be fucking crippled. And that's what the Americans don't realize. Right? I'm not saying this to be an asshole, and I'm not saying this like, that's not my point. That's not what I'm saying here. What I am simply saying is that if the border closed, Canada would take a hit, our economy would take a hit, the people would have a little bit of hardship, it would be tough for a while. If the border closed, the Americans, you guys would be fucking dying. Your infrastructure would start collapsing, your fucking everything. You can't get what you need from Mexico and you can't import it from everywhere else in the world like you can from Canada and at the price you get it. So that's and guys, I'm not telling you this cuz I'm not making this shit up. Go look it up. Sorry, I'm missing. Appreciate the conversation, man. I just have a conversation without people getting butt hurt. You know what, Frank? I got no problem with that, man. I respect everybody's opinion in here. Okay, respect everybody's. I may not agree with you, but man, I will at least respect it. And if you don't like what I'm saying, tell me you don't like what I'm saying, and give me a rebuttal. Let's just be respectful about it. Economic tragedy would be the result for Canada, but it may be tragic, but for Americans, it would be catastrophic. Mm. You know why other countries buy oil from you? Uh, yeah, because it's cheap and it's good oil. Funny thing is, uh, Zlatan fan, we export oil at one price, and we don't even use our own oil in Canada. We buy oil from the Saudis cheaper than we're selling it. Talk about good fucking business. The only one that gets a break on our oil is the Americans. Right? They pay way less. But all the other countries that we export oil to, right? All the other countries that we export oil to in Canada, they pay a premium for it. They pay more for it than we pay when we buy it from the Saudis. How much of your economy is based off the American dollar? You know what, Frank? I don't have that number. I would say a decent. It would be a decent amount. We produce, hold on, Melvin, let's see what you got to say here. We produce 106 billion cubic feet of natural gas and export over 12 BCF a day. We have the most prolific natural gas deposits in the world. If that be the case, then why is all your surplus at zero? All your oil surplus right now in the United States is at zero. Did you know that? You guys don't have a fucking surplus. Zero. Melvin, I think somewhere, not in your constitution, but somewhere in the rule book, I don't know what you want to call that your oil surplus and your oil and gas surplus was not to be touched except in time of war. And yet your government has squandered what it's got, used it, squandered it, and thrown it away to the point where you've had to go into your reserves and your reserves are gone. Is this guy misinformed? I might be off a little bit here and there on some of the fucking facts, but on the big picture, I don't think so. Oh, God damn it. That one's good. Is that a Cuban? No, it's this one's a Honduran. Bong and Blitz. There you go. A lot, and it was mutually beneficial until it wasn't. Yeah, I got it. Schmoke and a pancake. There you go, Harry. No, it's not a fact. Well, Melvin, throw up some facts then. We are buying power. We are the buying power of the world. Mike G. You are. You are. But I don't. I think right now what you're doing is you're crippling yourself with those tariffs. Now, okay. Now, apparently, there's a 90-day fucking on the tariffs or whatever. But are you the buying power? Yes. But this is the thing, okay? Mike, this is the thing right here. And these are your words. We are the buying power of the world. You used to be the manufacturing power of the world. America was known for building great things. Great things. You built monstrous machines. You built fucking everything. And that is when you guys were a powerhouse. Not saying you're not. You're still a fucking powerhouse. But you are now dependent on every other country around the world for your fucking survival. We are a buying power of the world. Where you should be is a building power, manufacturing power. You should be an economic power of the world with your building and your fucking ability to grow, and but you don't. You buy. That's a shame. California is still better, son. You know what? It could be. Tread lightly. Hello, 51st state. USA has 87 million cattle to Canada's 12 million. You are seriously missing. Hold on, Frank. Yeah, but if you do it by population, right? Do it by population level. 12. We have 12 million heads of cattle. I don't know. Did you pull that off of Google? No, I don't know. What would we get from Mexico? You get some really good burritos. Jason PM. You like Tim Hortons? Love Tim Hortons. Side truck. Canada is 10 separate provinces, so that would be 10 states. Yeah, pretty much, eh? We don't need Canadian natural gas. Keep it. The reason the oil we produce is harder to refine than Canadian sweet crude. Well, also as well, Melvin, remember that you guys have drained a lot of your reserve. So you've had to go back in and frack, and you've had to do a lot of stuff. Canada has wells up here that are still untapped. We know where the pockets of oil are. We haven't even tapped them yet, right? That's how much oil's sitting up here. If oil was everything, then why do Arab countries literally give their citizens gas for free? And that's 100% true. That is, Frank, you are 100% right, right? You are 100% right. Uh, if Canada um, started manufacturing its own oil and gas, let's say oil, and produced its own gasoline and petrol, gas and diesel, and supplied it to its own citizens, we'd be paying fucking 20 cents a gallon, just like the Arab states. You are absolutely 100% correct. We buy from Venezuela for way cheaper than Canada. You may buy it from them cheaper, but it's not cheaper to ship it. Go from end to end, Mike. How do you get it? Right? From Venezuela, they're not piping it up to you. It's going on a ship and they're bringing it in. In Canada, it's not going on a ship. It's coming. It's you guys are getting it piped in for the most part. Geo enthusiast, do you support Canada as the 51st state of the United States? No, not really. Oil is not. Oil is not gas. Obviously, obviously. When we say gas, we're talking oil and gas. We're talking oil and gas. Gas is in natural gas. That was the a previous administration, pal. Hey, you know what? The previous administration leaves a mess for the next administration. When this administration's done, I'm sure there's going to be somewhat mess for the next. It doesn't matter. Trump is weird. Trump is a weird dude, but he's also a hard politician to deal with because he's not truly a politician. Aside from the fact that he already ran 4 years, so some people have an idea of what he's all about. He's not a career politician like Biden was. Biden was in politics when he was in his fucking 20s, and now he's 199. So he's a career politician. So he's got a track record. People can look back and see and predict, and he's become predictable in this and that. Trump isn't. Trump is not predictable in one sense. You may think you know what he's thinking, and then all of a sudden, squirrel, and fucking he's out gone. He's gone. He's made a hard left turn. Trump is interesting. He is. I'll give him that. We are still the powerhouse of the world because we can negotiate in better terms. How so? How so? How can you negotiate in better terms? What do you have? You're not producing anything, right? You don't produce anything. You got a fucking hell of a military. Is that your negotiation tactic? Your military? You strong arm people, you can't, right? Where America went off track is when they decided to be the world's police. Frank, I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that. Okay. America, not just America, though, there's a couple other countries that are involved in this, but America and even Canada to a degree, because America went and Canada kind of followed along. When they started sticking their nose in other countries' businesses that it really had no right to, but it was, put out there in the name of democracy or in the name of safety, when everybody knows that at the end of the day, it was either oil money, gas money, or fucking bomb money, right? Alberta beef, goat beef. There you go. Greatest of all time. Alberta has the best beef in the world. I do believe that. In Trump, we trust. Corey World, right on. Good for you, man. If that's the route you want to go and you believe in it, stand by it. In 1970, Canada secured 2,000 year supply. I mean, Canada's got a whole lot more than that. I'll stay right where I'm at. Yeah, you got it. Oh, oh, Canada. There you go, Javier. Gas is over $5 a gallon here. Exactly. Exactly. So you imagine if we were producing our own and making our own. Frank, gas is 2.49 here. Now, even if you take your $2.49 and convert that to Canadian, right? So what's $2.49 Canadians? What, 3.50, 3.75, let's just say $3.75 Canadian. It's still 3.75 Canadian. 2.4 is paying $5 a gallon up there, right? Dude, it's ridiculous. We are the highest fucking $1.30.9 a liter. And that's actually good, Robin. We're at $1.25, $1.25.9. Do you think do you think Canadians think Trudeau is Castro Jr.? Like Frank, I gotta say, man, I've seen the pictures, the side by sides, the profiles. It's awful goddamn close. If the DNA came through and they said yes, I'd believe it. If the DNA said no, I'd probably believe it because DNA. But if they don't ever fucking prove it, now I'm gonna say, yeah, there's probably a really good chance. Let's face it, Mama Trudeau, right? Mama Trudeau, she got around, dude. She got around. We buy everything. That's what we can negotiate. Well, you can negotiate on everything, but at the end of the day, even if you're negotiating on it, you're having to buy so much of everything from everybody else. You're slowly losing the powerhouse of the world title, because you don't manufacture anything anymore. You really don't. Yeah, and a good example of that is what was one of America's greatest fucking, you guys, back in the 40s, 50s, 60s, and early 70s. What were you guys one of the biggest powerhouses of? Steel. You guys made the best steel in the world. The steel coming out of Pittsburgh or out of Pennsylvania was the best steel in the world. Today, all of those plants are decrepit, run-down dumpster fires, barely producing an ounce of fucking steel a day. Right? You let your manufacturing go and decided to become a country that relies on the purchasing its purchasing power to supply and sustain itself, and that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. That's right. What's the greatest thing about America? Their northern neighbors. There you go. He looks identical. 2.4 last summer was over $32 to fill your bagger. Oh, that hurt. All right, depends on where you live, right? Depends on where you live. If you're living in Ontario, um, if you're living in any of the bigger cities in Ontario, Toronto, Mississauga, Ottawa, anything like that, you could be upwards of $1 million for a home. Anywhere, say between 600, 700,000 to $1 million for a regular normal fucking house. You get out into the prairies here, like the home I bought in Lacombe. Um, just north of Red Deer there. That house there it wasn't $1 million. It was substantially, it was significantly cheaper. So as you get out here, things get cheaper. As you get out to the East Coast, right, things get a lot cheaper as well. But if you're living in any of the mainstay areas, you know, prices are ridiculous. They really are. That's not true. Frank, that's not true. No country could survive without America buying their goods. Sure, they could. You telling me if America stopped buying goods from China, China would collapse? I don't think so. Anything that you get from South America, you think if you stopped buying that those countries would collapse? I don't think so. I don't think so. They could replace us with every other trade partner, increasing their profit, but not easily. Yeah, I don't. Y- there you go. Flatbed U.S. Steel in Gary is a dump. I know. I've been in there 100 times. Hate going in. I think the last 2 times I went in, I came in with a flat tire, a blown tire, ran over a piece of something. GDP is deceiving, Frank. America is 25% of the world's GDP. A GDP is deceiving. Yeah. I got to say that I really appreciate you guys in your comments. It's kind of nice. We haven't done a political stream in a long time, and it's nice because we've done these before, and sometimes it gets out of hand, and people get butt hurt, and people get upset. But I'm really glad to see that. You know what? We can all, even if we don't agree. Frank, if you don't agree with me and I don't agree with you, it's fine. We just shake hands and go, all right, man, whatever. You purchase, we what per have something like 30% of the world's goods. I don't know what that is. I don't have the ability in front of me right now, right? I don't have the ability in front of me right now to fact check any of this or to look any of this up, right? You guys have me at a disadvantage because you've got Google sitting right there at your fingertips and you can do it. I don't, right? I love a good debate. I really do, but I like to debate. If you want to debate, there's a good idea, Frank. If you want to debate, I'll go live one day. If you want to talk politics and talk about all this, I'll go live one day and I'll drop a link and you can come in. And then you and I can go face to face and do a political debate, but it's a fair fight. Neither one of us can well, neither one of us has Google, neither one of us has any other form. We're just all we've got is our brain pans and our mouths and our opinions. That goes and that I mean we're doing that for fun, Frank. We're not doing that to be I'm not saying that let's do this and be assholes. It's just strictly for fun, you know? I'm just gonna skim along. GDP is the velocity of money. Move $10 10 times the GDP would be $100. Exactly. So it's deceiving, right? Tyke, it's deceiving. I love politics. I do. I don't like politicians, but I love politics. I'll make you uncomfortable, Robin. Robin's seen us go many a fucking night on politics, and I love fucking politics. And this is the type of thing right here. What we're doing is that I really enjoy this. So, but I do have to do. You know what? I do got to shut this down. It's fucking 11:15 in the morning here, and I got shit to do. But Frank, uh, I encourage you, Frank, to come on back. I like the way you think. I like what you say. I may not agree with it, and that's fine. But come on back in again, and you know what, man? You're fucking with me, Frank. It'll be my pleasure to actually hang out and do some chatting with you. Fate trucking, no late to the party as usual. I'm 3 hours, 3.5 hours into this, and Fate shows up. Good afternoon, Fate. Good to see you, man. Hopefully, you and the family are doing well. Always a pleasure to see you, Scott. Where's the fun in that? Oh, come on. That would be awesome, Brian. Yeah. We're gonna throw another. I will be up tomorrow for the sunrise, but I am telling you right now, okay? I am telling you right now, tomorrow will be short. Okay. We're looking at one cigar tomorrow, and that's all we're getting. Mm. You guys, thanks for hanging out with me. Thanks for sitting around. Thanks for being a really just woke up from a nap. Boy, that's how you truck. That's how you make money there, Fate. Right? Just woke up from a nap. I got to give Fate credit. He's a reefer driver, owner operator, reefer hauler, and the guy does LTL, man, and he kills it. So he splits his bunk. He runs his recaps. He he does the type of trucking that I just don't want to do anymore. So if the Fate trucking needs a nap, everybody let him have his nap. He's probably earned it. 2 hours. See you tomorrow. All right, man. 2-4. Talk to you later. Flatbed. Thanks for being here. Camille, see you tomorrow, sir. Do your prayer first, then we'll see you. Tolga, always a pleasure. Robert, my boy, we'll check you out tomorrow. Thanks for hanging and banging with us. Guys, I'm out of here. Robin, always a blast, brother. See you soon. See you tomorrow. Off.